Hello everyone! I was just saying, before I remembered the sound wasn't on, at the end of the last stream, Henry and I, we've recovered this segment from being destroyed. Now we have to do 130 waves before it's considered A-OK. It is surrounded by 2 eradication level bases, so we can give that a go. Are you in, Matt? I don't want to join through your...
I am in, yeah.
Okay, so we'll go to 54. We're right with 54, we don't have copper.
What? 9.4k? That's not enough.
No, nowhere near enough. You need 15k just to launch.
Oh wow.
Why is that then? Say something, Max?
Bananas in
What?
pyjamas.
It's not
sitting
difficult.
on the stairs.
Okay, now say something. Voice me to input. And now? Amazing. Instead of it... Oh, well, I'll just go with that. I'll just turn the game down a bit. Okay. Yeah, okay, it's working now. Shut up. Yeah, I've been struggling all day with Unity. I've got this issue where there's a bug in the shader, so I fix the bug goes away. And then I undo the fix and the bug stays gone. And then I stop running the game and rerun it and the bug comes back. I'm like, And Unity do this thing called long-term support. So the idea is that you use that version of Unity for pretty much for all time. That's the version you use. You don't need to upgrade.
Yeah.
They it's long-term support.
They look after you.
Yeah, but they're fucking not. There's a known issue. They fixed in version 10 of the URP. The highest version I'm allowed access to is version 8. And they haven't backported.
What do you mean you're allowed access to?
Because I'm in Unity 2019, not Unity 2020 or 2021. So I can't get access to this fix. And I can't. I put the fix in myself, but I've had to write this most horrendous hard-coded hack.
The sound is really fucking up your audio, by the way.
Huh? What do you mean? What?
It's like you're stuck behind a curtain of there's something weird happening there.
This is a strategy / logistics / tower defense game. It's pretty good. Looks terrible. It looks absolutely awful. There is a texture pack for it that we did link. It does look nice, but I haven't even had a moment. But yeah, I'm just...
It's not a genre by itself already.
This is not a what?
What makes a genre?
Genre.
You said genre. Well, like
Yeah.
you said, like 4 different things.
It's yes, but
like it's not Factorio like a genre already.
No, Factorio is not a genre, because if you took Factorio and got rid of all of the combat, it's not Factorio. You know, it's in the old days games were in a genre. In these days, games tend to exist in many genres. Okay, 115. So I'm going to land on 115, send some stuff across. So this is an eradication level. This is the hardest level type in the game. Okay, and resources sent to... Did I say 115? I think I meant 54.
135.
I think I
I'm
meant
getting
54.
confused now.
I hope I meant 54. Oh no, it's surrounded by... Oh, it's got a high next. So we can get this one. We might be good. Right. Schematics. Or rebuild drones. Right, can you run the... Oh, I'm talking about...
Do you want graphite, I presume?
So I can't remember. I can just copy them up the schematic though.
Yeah.
It's that one, that one, and... But yeah, the concept of what genre is a game in is very vague these days, because games are hybrids of multiple genres quite often.
doesn't it make less informative of telling what a game is by its genres?
Yeah, and that's why you do the X but Y. This game is like Factorio, but not really awful. I don't know why I hate Factorio so much. I don't know. I wanted to like it. I just really didn't.
I think there has been an increase in like same sequels and lack of new IPs. One could almost say that games tended to be in genres, but now they are in franchises.
And that has been the case for a great many years. And if you say otherwise, you are absolutely deluding yourself. Now, what year was it? I think it might have been the year GTA 3 hit. I can't remember if it was GTA, but basically all of the games that year were were sequels. There were no original titles in the top 10 at all. They were all Halo 2, GTA 3, Burnout 5, Gran Turismo. You know, they were all like that.
Same shit, different day.
Yeah, well, I mean, they were different games, you know, but they weren't. They were all franchises. Spectre. What other weapon uses?
Whoa! Sorry.
I'm sure it's another weapon that uses this stuff.
What?
And I think it's common to
flyers.
see end numbers in 5s and 4s and 6s.
Sequel sell. And if you play a game and you kind of like it, why would you play a new game that you might not like when you can just play a sequel, which is kind of like the old one but a bit different? Why run the risk? That's the sad truth, I'm afraid.
Do you want guns that fire lead?
No, these are titanium.
Okay. Do you want to collect that lead on that coal?
We should be able to run almost entirely off of remotely fired weapons. I'll take thorium as well. Yeah, I haven't got any graphite-based defenses.
Unit can't build pop. Like what unit pop? Bollocks. Wow, good job.
Did we survive?
Just, yeah.
And salvos. But yeah, I prefer the X but Y description for computer games anyway. I mean, I would happily describe Fortresscraft as Minecraft, but with factory-based. No, it's Factorio meets Minecraft. I've always been happy with that description.
Stupid amount of way.
But yeah, don't worry about bringing resources back to the base. The only thing we need to worry about is
guns. Lots of big fucking guns.
No, guns and units. Guns will get so far, but not the whole way. We need power, but we've got thorium, so you can get some RTGs up.
Let me put that in a bit sharpish.
And then probably a run of resources out for a high-level factory. Probably 5s. As our power. Minus plus 300. Awesome. Oh, they're getting very close to the base. Very close to the base already, though. So I'm overdriving the stuff you made.
Okay.
The coal, because that's what we're running the whole base off, all of our defenses off right now. It's just that.
Okay. Core is under attack. Really? Or is it just one flyer doing a shit? Whoa! Don't do that. Don't do that. Ah, damn it.
Okay, got some more defenses there.
Actually, that's an idea. Hold on. Strip that so I'd be a dick. Put one there, put one there. They're hard to blow up. Don't these attack ground? Oh, these are air units. The fuse attack air. No?
Use it both.
Okay, just ignored a bunch. Oh, because they're right out of their bloody range. Wow,
they're shotguns. They're short range, nasty pew pew. Very awesome, very nasty pew pew, but very short range.
Fine. I shall power them from behind, not from in front. That's a pretty good idea, isn't it?
Yeah, but they're only for AA. I don't use them for anything else, and they need a parallax backing them up. What we really want is
Right.
thorium-based power. As soon as you got the defences to sort of, yeah, that'll do. Power.
Okay. There's some
We
fuses.
are out
Let me
of
just put
graphite,
some-
apparently. Wow, come on. We've received 400 blastite. We are.
Right, builders can build that gun. Well,
So we have
don't have the
7.4k metaglass. Let's just keep an eye on that a second.
I did route some to
Yeah,
the core.
but we need it. I will overflow it to the core, but I ain't going to put it in the core.
Yeah. Righto. What am I doing again? Oh yeah, thorium-based power.
Yeah, it should be plenty.
We haven't got graphite, so I can't build.
It will come. Okay, I'm going to build our defences up there. Our factory.
There was thorium there. Where was the thorium? Is that the only scratch of thorium we've got?
Oh, is it? Yikes.
I'm just wondering because that's not enough to power.
No, run it out the base. Be quite a bit. So I will be
Out the
building
core?
Out the core.
Righto.
Yeah. I will be building a set of factories in a sec. What is this one, isn't it? I guess ground. We always seem to do ground, but I will continue doing ground. I swear I'm going to regret putting it here. Additive. I'll go for multiplicative here. But yes, I'm kind of vaguely expecting to lose this, but then we will have to come back and do it again. But then we'll have a head start because we will have some of the stuff on the level.
And we'll know what the hell we're coming into as well.
Yeah, just run out of
That's
graphite. Okay.
lead,
Yeah, we
that's
are receiving
titanium,
stuff.
Lots of titanium.
just
Oh, there's
double check.
a decent scratch of thorium right there.
We are getting about. That's interesting. All of our production from ground zero
Whoa.
is really low. I wonder if it takes time to start up again. Maybe I should have idled or something for longer.
Okay, so walked straight past the shotguns and took one out.
Yeah, the shotguns are no good without backing.
Yeah. Incoming to the solar array. Flush enemies with. Is it damaging them?
Yeah, not much though.
What are we out of now? Lead? No.
Graphite.
Copper?
Graphite.
Those jewels don't take graph. Oh, no, they do. Okay. That didn't work.
Yeah, I'm also trying to rebuild these fuses endlessly.
I can build more graphite.
There's loads of graphite around. There's loads of resources around to the right. Oh, sort of.
To the right. Yeah.
Wow, this is
Tweet.
pain. Without we don't have enough power. I would run an energy defense. I haven't got the power for that either.
I want to put crap drills down just to get something up. So anything's better than nothing when you're in a squeeze. I only realised the other day the reason these things takes, I'm doing it wrong basically, in terms of building. Oh, let's get it the other way. Let's get it the other way.
Many gun turrets.
That's never going to work because I can't get skip out. So let's just do dip. Oh, bye bye. Wait for next map. Wait, defeated 8.
I don't know what got through.
Flyer maybe? It was all of
Possibly.
a sudden.
Okay, well, I'm sending the resources over to the same place we knocked to.
How does it decide how much we get per delivery?
Well,
What dictates that?
How much we've sent up. You get 2 minutes worth of resources from the level. So at this particular second, this level outputs 1,000 graphite a minute. So we will receive 2,000 graphite every 2 minutes. But because I dived into this level for like 10 seconds and then came out again, I reckon we got a 10-second snapshot.
Right.
Which is
I
obviously...
think the launch pad it gets full, and then it cycles in some time period.
Yeah, we need to wait basically on this map for a minute or so to get a nice snapshot
Right.
of what we are. Because right now we're out of phase weave. So if we go to another level, we ain't getting any phase weave. Oh, our stats are 1.4 phase weave. Our stats look good, so that's fine. Let's go to this level, but we have to wait for the resource to arrive on this level. But then I had to go back to ground zero, you see, to point the resources at the next level. It's a bit of a clunky system, and I like it, but I want it to be
painless,
tidied up a lot more.
So this is still attacking enemies, isn't it?
Well, this one has another. We have to do another 62 waves before we claim this sector.
Again.
We lost it. We properly lost this sector.
No, we probably lost it. And we were struggling to rebuild it, weren't we?
Yeah, but once it was rebuilt, that's fine. But then I just sit here and click next 70, 60 times. There's no point because it's not a safe sector, so we will lose it. I'm just waiting to have enough resources to launch. Right, we're lacking copper of all things. In theory, we should go to another level, use that as our new ground zero, and point all of the other launchers in the entire rest of the planet. That would take me like an hour of just... I'd have to like go through every sector in turn and point it at this new one. There's no proper management interface of any sort for this.
I used to be very into Supreme Commander type games. Now I realize that there's a fundamental limitation with that kind of model.
Which model? Sorry, for RTS?
Yeah, but like the flowing economy versus discrete economy of standard RTSs.
Well,
that used to be a big point.
Subcom single player was pretty good because you start on a level which got bigger and bigger and bigger, and that worked really well, but that just doesn't exist in the multiplayer.
Well, it does in a kind of way. Multiplayer is more shaky, it's harder to keep even. But I realized that in that game you only were concerned with production and consumption. But then the logistic part was solved for you. The mass extractors just dug things out and the factories just churned out. But there was no need to like transport the material from the extraction point to the factories.
Yeah, I mean the only game I can think of that might be different would actually be this one.
Yeah, and one could wonder Supreme Commander with the need to actually like transfer the material.
Yeah, what was that game I mentioned earlier? So we're just waiting for the resources to fill up here. It's called bugger. It's on Steam. It's got trains in it. It's a city builder game. What's it called? Oh, Steam Games, not Steam Trains. Train Valley? Is that it? No, that's old. Oh no, I play Train Valley on my mobile. It's excellent. What's it called? It's something like it's got just a rubbish name. It's got a town in it, maybe. Factory Town, yeah, that's the one. It looks great, and if it was multiplayer, I would so be all over this. It looks gorgeous, really, really nice. And you know, it's a logistics game with all stuff moving around and trains and villagers and all that sort of stuff. And I'm like, oh yeah, you know, it's yeah. We've got the new expansion now with trains, single player. Stupid game.
Don't tell me you like trains.
Oh, I do like trains. Okay, we have enough resources, so...
Wait a minute. We'll just put somewhere that can be optimised a little more.
Well, we're not doing anything this level. This level is purely a...
Yes, but it...
Amazingly, we're not actually full on silicon and all that. Oh, I guess we're only...
We're a bit low on the old surge ammo though. Because this really could do with being 2 lines, not 1 down here.
Well, no, it doesn't need to be any faster.
Really?
Yes, if I hit go, we'll shoot a bunch of surge relay at the bad guys. Okay, so now the surge alloy is flowing, but we have thousands of backup, And the surge ally, we wait for it to
I
stop
just
flow.
think this line here should be a double width.
Why? You're not
Look at
achieving
it.
anything. Doesn't
Look at
matter.
it, look.
We have 1 minute. We have 1 minute 12 to the next wave. As long as it stops moving for 1 minute 12, we're ahead of the curve. Doesn't matter whether it stops moving in 1 minute 12 or 1 second. It makes no difference at all. Plus, as I said, we have genuinely thousands of stuff out here.
Yeah, I wonder if we need that bit there.
There you go, done. Took 21 seconds. We nearly 2 minutes. Absolutely fine.
Yeah.
Okay, we're launching again. Okay, so all we should need to do is hook up the 1, 2. Oh, our builders are still alive. All right, we're good.
I wonder how universal it is to describe games as hybrids of two others.
How what it is, sorry?
How does it cover all games if you think of them as hybrids of other games?
Well, no, Pac-Man wasn't really a hybrid. Shoot. But many, many, many modern games are like X but with Y. Right, there we go. So,
Can you think of Pac-Man as being a hybrid?
well,
Like
no,
a hybrid
because
between Sokoban and Jumpman?
Jumpman would have been... Not really. Jumpman and Pac-Man have very little in common. Apart from the fact they had a joystick. Not very similar to anything. Like back then, games were original. There were 1,000 Pac-Man clones, but they were mostly Pac-Man clones. There was very little, like Pac-Man, but with blah, it was just Pac-Man. Like Pac-Man, but hopefully we won't get sued, was about as far as I think a lot of them went.
So in a sense, the diversity has gone up.
Oh,
Because
yes,
it's the
yes.
only name-only differences.
Oh yes, I mean the vast majority of these days. Well, I guess these to be get battle royale games, but in the 80s it was just all Gauntlet clones. The 90s was all Doom clones. You know, that's just how it always is. There's some game that's big and popular, and if you can make one that's big and popular, you'll make a whole bunch of money, and so people do.
One hybrid I would play would be a mix between Paperclip Factory and Defcon.
Like I don't know of any. I guess it wouldn't work. I say I don't know of any. What's the word? Incremental games that multiplayer. Because the thing is, whoever you're fighting very quickly becomes an insignificant gnat to you, as is the nature of incremental games.
But if everybody grows, isn't then relatively?
No, because
Same.
if I am 1 second ahead of you, then I am anything between slightly more powerful and 10,000 times more powerful than you. That's the problem with incremental games. Is it's a
Crap. We're out of copper.
we are very much out of copper. Just started to build our first robot defences.
Well, that is a challenge, but I don't know whether it can be overcome. Like you could combine with the problem that Kingmaker games, where your success is largely determined on lots of other players choosing or allowing to win. That could like offset that, allowing you can blossom, but then you can be easily dwarfed by a coalition of other players.
Yeah, I mean that was to a degree how Planetarian and such worked. That was their thing. But it had the problem that you'd end up not daring to attack anyone because you never worked out how many mates they've got. Sometimes they had 150,000 mates. You really didn't want to piss people off, and that kind of ruined the game a little bit. I'm building some copper drills, but I don't have any copper.
Yes.
The rebuilder drones are busy rebuilding. Perhaps not what I would rebuild.
Yes.
But yeah, the game has always gone through phases of clones, and sometimes it's good because it's a game I play, and sometimes it's bad because it's not.
I think there might be also be an issue that games like teach players to play a game. So if certain kind of game is being played, players know how to play that kind of game and know to appreciate it and buy it. When I think of movies, they can like surprise their audiences a lot more than games can.
Let me see. Things that get filmed don't do very often or very well. Surprise their audiences. Like some do, yeah, but I mean, again, the vast majority of films absolutely don't. That's why people are super happy when you get stuff like Jordan Peele doing his astounding film. And say, if ever you really, really like watching African Americans cry, Jordan Peele's films are on fleek, as I believe the children say. Damn, builders, you're building the wrong thing.
So does that mean that art forms are limited by what the audience can accept, rather than what the crafters can make?
I believe there was literally a sequence in Back to the Future that dealt with this.
Well, ultimately there is, because if you went, oh, you know, Hitler did nothing wrong and started doing that sort of shit, people are like, no, I'm not accepting that. They'd be like, yeah, we're banning that. So, of course, there are things people will and will not accept.
Well, no, I mean, more in the sense of, you know, Martin McFly going, maybe you guys aren't ready for that, but your kids are going to love it.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
And if you take dubstep back to the 18th century, people might be like, I don't even know what this noise is. And again, people are like that today.
Yeah.
So,
take your devil music away.
Oh, well, devil music was obviously rock and roll for quite a long time. I don't know what was the devil's music before then. I don't know what predates rock and roll in that sort of demonizing whatever the kids were into.
Yeah, I don't know.
Dungeons and Dragons when I was a young lad. Oh, we are so messed up. So I've got copper.
Why have we got no copper?
Because we're getting copper. We're spending it all. Well, we aren't. The drones are.
Shit.
Well, no, they're rebuilding stuff that's been blown up, but we aren't. I've got a bunch of copper drills queued up here. I just can't get them to go now.
Because drills.
Because we don't have any copper.
Yeah.
I also don't have a.
So I put some defences in, but of course can't build them.
Copper. I can delete.
Oh, hold on. We can manually drill copper. Hold on. Let's not be stupid about this. Just do that. Come on. There we go. There's a little bit of copper coming in. It's dribble. Do those things need copper? The things it's building there?
Yeah. Everything.
Yeah, factory.
Everything needs copper.
Okay. Have you got any drillers? Drill units?
I'm busy. Drill? No, because my particular blueprint doesn't do that.
Yeah, because you make builders because they're damn somewhat useful.
I'm now making miners.
Okay. I'm drilling the mining copper and hoping that's going to do something because that's all I can do to help the bloody process.
Well, I'm busy building a copper mine.
Hold on, can you not record? Go and collect the builders. Go and collect the builders and bring them over to where you're building.
Well, that will just stop them rebuilding these fuses, but yeah.
Yeah, because then.
Oh, wait, hold on, they are actually building. Oh, they're building what I've queued up.
Yeah.
Come on, just build that one copper mine, and then we should be alright. Now this one.
Still trying their best to build something else.
I don't actually know if we're receiving any. Let me just check. Our destination is 115. Is that correct? I don't know.
Don't look at me, boy.
No, it's not.
Doesn't tell me what level name is.
It wasn't. That's why.
Sent it the wrong place.
Yes, I was sending it to the previous area. Now we're sending it to the correct area.
Cool.
Anyway, we've got a bunch of copper things.
And that's all gone again.
No, we've got a bunch of copper drills up.
Yeah. I'll just help it.
We are screwed. We are. We have no defences. We are about to get.
I'm trying to. That's why I'm mining copper to try and make things happen.
We've got a whole bunch of stuff at the base.
Yes.
Maybe all right. I did build quite a lot of defences. That's all right. Okay, we've just about survived that. Don't care about sector 226.
Right, there we go. 3.2k.
That'll help.
And then, oh, it's throwing my plans in the bin. How that's delightful, isn't it?
Oh, I think it might throw mine in the bin as well. Like, what's been destroyed is fine. I've said this before, I really like dubstep. If for no other reason than it blows my mind there was a new genre of music invented in my life. Well, several. I mean, we invented all of the dance music, you know, was all invented within my lifetime. But I was under the impression that an entire generation of kids messing around with synthesizers had invented all the music there was to invent. But well, core is under attack. Well, when we die, which we will have immediate access to our RTG power.
Yeah. And we're out of copper yet again. What the fuck's going on with the copper? I know we're using it a lot, but we only had 3.5k.
Fuses are 250 copper a go.
Why are we building fuses?
At
this level, I mean, or this stock?
Defenses. Because they're air defenses.
But they aren't defending us anywhere.
Yeah,
where are they?
But they're killing stuff left, right, and centre. They're not touching the ground units, unfortunately.
Well, without copper, we're absolutely boned, so... And this one's just like, oh, I can just keep strafing around here. I don't do any of your defences because, haha.
Yeah, I'm building some fuses in better places now.
I'm trying to build some defences here, but it's like, no, I don't do that. I'm just going straight for your core. Yeah, it's that bitch.
You're probably right, because they'll now run through a whole bunch of fuses right at the end. Good luck with that, guys. Let's not break their pathing though.
Yep.
Yay, 3,000 copper. I didn't even finish building it, they blew it up.
Yep. The bastards.
Yeah, where our builders are being overwhelmed slightly. I did replace one of the builder units with the builder factories with. Oh, it's not got power.
There are probably kind of music genres that are small but like not heard of by people.
Like
Yeah.
Dabba?
Those
Well,
are
some real
effectively
specific weird shit ones out there, yeah.
I mean, to be fair, the vast majority of music is still 4/4 as well. Like, you know, you get a very occasional waltz, very rare, and then you get ones with weird time signatures like Golden Brown by the Stranglers, which is some bizarre 4/3/4/4 mashup. But that's very rare. The vast majority of music is 4/4.
Do these fuses fire?
Thorium or titanium.
Oh, good.
I was trying to think the most different kind of music, and I didn't even know the word.
Excellent.
To refer it in English, but the Sami people do joik. I think I got the word.
You can describe
Right.
it in technical terms. I'm quite good at technical music terms.
Well, I'm not. That makes a barrier for communication.
Did I just build salvo? No, they're right. Don't salvos take? Bugger, wrong. Oh, they take thorium. Yeah. Let's cut off the thorium. Wow, this is challenging.
Yep.
Is it the plastanium walls that are insulated against electric, isn't it? Yes. Absorbs lasers and electric arcs. Yeah, Finland's actually quite famous for certain style of hard techno.
Techno?
Yeah,
Not heavy metal?
I don't follow heavy metal, so if that is the case, I wouldn't know it. I can't remember his name. Alex Lama. But yeah, they. I mean, the UK pretty much invented half the dance music in the world. We were the pioneers for some unknown reason, and then the UK government promptly did their best to ban it, because that's the UK government for you. I mean, you also got the weird thing in the UK, we export a hell of a lot of cannabis. We export absolutely tons of it. Is it Theresa May's husband who runs the largest cannabis farm in the UK? We export it to other countries where it's legal. It's like, what sort of bizarre ass hypocrisy is this? Either we don't agree with it, or we do. Not, well, it's okay for them. It's okay for Johnny Foreigner.
Well, I'll try to describe Yoikamine as a kind of singing where a human tries to be a didgeridoo.
Like that.
Is it hails that fire graphite? Is it good?
Yes.
Like,
Like
kind of that kind of direction.
Throat singing?
What singing?
Mongolian throat singing.
Or does he
some
mean?
kind of throat singing, but
Does he mean? What do you call it? Tarzan did it. What do you call it?
I'm afraid that Tarzan was a sound effect not ever made by a human being at all. Sorry.
What? Oh,
Not, yeah, it was
incorrect.
Mixed in with a hyena, I believe. Sorry, not a real sound.
no, it's on the radio. No, it's on the radio.
I,
It's possible to make that sound. It's possible for a human to make that sound. Like, what they did do is they played the sound forwards, and then halfway through they played the sound backwards.
Boyd blended the voice in with a growl of a dog, a trill sung by a soprano, a note playing a violin ceasing, and the howl of a hyena recorded backwards. And it was three people did the voice: the baritone, the tenor, and a hog caller from Arkansas. So yeah, it's not not done by a person. I obviously this was the circle I moved in for many years, and it was always one of those.
Well, I'm just saying it was true. It was possible to make it on the radio then.
Well, I can make a noise a bit.
It was
like
literally there's a feature on the radio. There was literally a feature on the radio saying this is possible to do this by this person.
I mean, well, some might be.
Am I mishearing things?
Somebody might. Well,
making things up.
Someone's opinion might be that someone else could do a very good impression of it, but that's not the same as did one person initially do the sound. I'm sure that someone did a very good job of it. Go then, but that doesn't necessarily.
It is possible to what do they call it? Yodel. That's it. Yodeling.
Yes, you can yodel. This is very true.
Ah, bollocks.
Okay, I'm going to directly offload graphite, by the way, from the core. I don't know why we weren't doing this already. So our guns have unlimited ammo rather than just some.
Right.
Yeah, the
I'm
exact
round copper
sound.
again. Oh joy.
But then what letters or what kind of sounds? Like the same exact note, even you have like two guitars, they will sound a little bit different.
Yes.
But they are like playing the same notes. So if you want to yell like
What?
Tarzan, you might not make the exact
cars
same noise, but what's close enough?
Aren't they supposed to be identical? That's why you have a guitar tuner, so you know
there
exactly which note they're
there are
supposed to be
no
making.
two non-digital identical things anywhere in the entire world. Everything is slightly different. Has to be.
Like if you recorded the two guitars and analyzed the waveforms, and your task was to tell whether this was guitar A or B, you could probably do it.
Yeah, you probably can't hear the difference, but there would be a difference of some sort. And that's why Stradivarius made violins that everybody wanted, because he made violins that were very, very good and slightly better than everybody else's. Have I built this wrong or something? I'm going to guess I have.
the linguistics things have made like all the sounds that humans use and can like make. That's kind of interesting. That even with the phonemes or
Why are we routing graphite out and back again?
I don't know.
Don't do that. You just
You
get
tell
it
me.
out.
Oh, accent.
Yeah.
Trying to repair stuff.
And there's like a special alphabet when you have to be exact about what kind of human sound is being produced.
Well, that's what I mean. This was very much what I used to do. Phonemes and glottal stops and all that sort of stuff. I can't remember it now for shit. So, but that was.
Well, glottal stops are the old not saying letters properly, isn't it?
Well, yeah, I mean, but some
Not saying T's and N's and D's and properly.
But some languages use that specifically, and some languages doing it is a mistake, and it's
called
all
gutter.
very different.
it's some people make a habit of it, like in the Essex stuff you see on telly. I'm like, they can't all deliberately choose to speak like that. They must have just been brought up like that to speak like that. They can't be choosing to do that by choice. They must be doing it because there's sort of it's a social thing. All my friends speak like that. It's like saying H. It's only because you've been told it's been pronounced H that you say H. You don't say H unless you've heard other people say H.
Well, yeah, but you don't say H
really
unless you've heard other
me.
people say H. Okay.
Yes, but it really irks me.
You seem blown away by the concept of accents. This is.
No, it's not accent. Well,
it's literally that's accent though.
But it's not. It's misspeaking the language.
No.
But I guess
that's the problem. I pronounce it tooth. Not many people do. Most people say tooth.
Yeah.
Saying the way the Southwest
but
say
that's
tooth
saying a whole
is
different
wrong.
word. You're using the right you're using the right phonemes.
That tooth, not tooth.
Maybe
Toothbrush.
not.
But that's the way it's pronounced where I'm from.
Well, that's not what you're taught at school, then, right?
Well, yeah, because
That
all
must
the
be
teachers are from there as well.
must be the cultural. Yeah, but that must be cultural.
Well, no,
but the teachers teach you double O's ooh. So you must know the difference.
But it's not always O. I can't think of a particular example, but I'm sure there are situations where it's not. I'm sure there must be some. But that's just accents. You grow. As human beings, we naturally mimic the accents of people that we hear around us.
Yeah.
And we have covered previously that we can introduce as a new thing also. Japanese
Man, you're getting quieter as you're talking here.
The Japanese don't different between L and R.
Yeah. Flight lights.
It's one single letter for them.
Yes.
And for we have only an S, but Russians have multiple S's. So in the same kind that there are to us there's two letters in L or R or L.
Yeah.
Japanese it's only one letter, but what is only one letter S for us?
It's not just that they only
Multiple for them.
have one letter. To a Japanese person, congratulations and congratulations sound exactly the same. They can't pick up the sound. So
Because they've not heard it, or they're not used to it.
So I have my friend Cal and Lena. Now Lena's middle name is Kalia, and there's a little tick halfway through it that I can barely hear, and I can't even pronounce. It's like Kalkia. There's a little tiny, like a tenth of a K in the middle of it. And they smirk when I say it, because I say it, as far as I can tell, exactly how they say it. But from their ears, they're like, well, you didn't put the, whatever it's called, the sub-tick in. And I'm like, it's on the edge of my hearing capabilities to even hear it. But because they are so used to having it, they laugh when it's not there, because it's a completely different word. So it's like me saying Brian rather than Brian. It's a completely different thing.
Well, it's Brian.
How?
And ear here means auditory processing cortex and not the outer thing that flaps.
Alright, so if it hurt my ear, they're like, oh, how did you do that?
Oh, yeah, because here we have
A tree.
hearing. But yeah, it's surprising because you would think, I would think that I could hear all these sound effects and I could hear the differences, but you just don't. And then you've got the same words pronounced the same way, but with rising and lower inflections, meaning different things in foreign countries. And
there's also a cultural thing where we can pick out different words or different meanings just because there's the context they're said in.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, there's a difference between that shit
It's-
and that's the shit.
Yeah.
This is completely different. I love that one. And that's
Yeah.
fucking shit means it's really not very good.
Ah,
But that shit hot, that is very, very good.
ah,
Yeah, context is a complex
Is everything.
beast.
yeah. But that must be for all languages, right?
No, English is really bad at it. Or good. I have
It
heard...
uses it a lot to make distinctions using the same words. You mean?
Well, I know people, they said they would rather speak in English because they find it much more expressive than their own language. I
wow.
had a friend of mine shout at me when Burnout was translated into Finnish. He's like, how do I turn it back to English? I don't want to play this game in Finnish. I was like, oh, we tried really hard to make it run in Finnish. He goes, I don't want it. It takes too long to read and I don't like it. I was like, oh, man.
I guess it's more have to do with bad localization.
No, they had excellent localization. He just didn't want to read it because it's too many words. It takes him too long and he didn't like it. And he wants
Well, he's better at reading the English.
And he wants his games in English. Yeah, I was like, oh wow. You know, EA made a big thing about all the languages. It's like in 18 languages or something.
Yeah, but there's also the weird effect that hearing a particular language makes for the listening experience.
Yes, which
Like
is why
the-
when you play a computer game made by British developers with British voice actors, it sounds like they just nabbed a bunch of programmers to help rather than hiring proper voice actors. Yes. I know exactly what you mean.
I was thinking more that if I hear the same person speaking in English or some other language, they tend to sound dumber in English.
Well,
Probably not, because it's the same person, they should be of the same intelligence level.
well, within England we have many, many accents. We have one of the widest variety of accents, being one of the older countries around. And there is a study that ranks accents by how intelligent they sound. And Birmingham, the Brummie accent, always comes in last. The Brummie accent comes in behind not talking at all. So literally, if you say nothing, you will appear more intelligent than if you say something in a Brummie accent.
I think British culture is also more like class structure, and
There's
lots
some
of that
classes
is
in there.
lots of that is localization and being able to place people based on how they speak.
Yeah. So like Scottish, Irish, Welsh, just as a broad, generalisation. Wow, we do take a lot of damage. There's damage everywhere around the base. Just mending everything goodbye.
Just pop down men projectors. Make sure our power's good. Pop down men projectors. Oh, we have big units coming in now.
We got enough power to sustain men projectors?
Well, we can do. Let me just get rid of that
Okay.
bottom fuse.
Uh, I don't know if the health actually affects the performance of things,
No.
but it does mean that if you get shot, it's more likely to go pop and burst into flames or something.
It doesn't affect it. It does, yeah. I mean, if it's something getting shot, just pop down a men projector because obviously, otherwise you have to spend your whole time flying around. Especially here, because this is our power system.
Right.
Also, in the more global world, the languages start to learn from each other a lot more.
Yes.
Finnish is very permissive on word ordering, but I've started to notice that some word orders like seem English, even though the order words are in Finnish and it's an allowed ordering. It seems like a foreign language creeping in.
Yes, I mean, we do it in English a lot. English borrows left, right, and centre. I think English has been described as 3 men in one big coat dressed up as one man. But the only thing better than repairing damage is not taking damage in the first place. Japanese is not a weird language. Chinese is, because Chinese just nicked 2 other languages and jammed them together into their one. Or was it? Yeah, because you got kanji, katakana. You've got 3 alphabets, and they're all nicked from each other. And yeah, they're particularly odd.
With the Chinese, there's like many languages, or there is like one unified written language, and then there are multiple ways of pronouncing it, where they are like different spoken languages.
It's getting a mess down here.
And because written Finnish is like pretty recent, we had like a process where there were different dialects, and then we made like a compromise on what the common language for whole country.
Yeah, we did something again here. So we made a compromise. Then Brian just keeps telling me that I'm wrong and where he's from is right. So it's still got some work to go there.
There's the Queen's English, and then everything else.
I don't think you speak the Queen's English.
No, no.
I will check. I think Side was right. I think spelt isn't a word.
What?
Oh no, it is.
What is not a word?
Spelt.
As in the raw material?
You said spelt as in spelled. Spelt.
Spelled and spelt, yes.
What's the difference of one?
Past tense? Current present tense or something like that, isn't it?
No, American versus English. English is spelt.
Yuck him.
British is spelled. Yeah, WGG, I am. This is hard. And we're down a tad. I think the units are being built. I've broken it. Oh, I've got a conveyor the wrong way up. There we go. What else don't we need? We never need any copper, rather surprisingly. Did you watch Ant-Man yesterday then?
Yep.
How was it?
That's good.
Which one?
Utterly flawed, but good fun. First one.
Yeah, of course it's flawed. It makes no sense. These things, they keep their same mass. What about this tank? Not that. Alright.
Yeah. That spoils the whole premise, really.
Yeah, well, the film wouldn't work. But yeah, it was...
Well, they just walk out the door, which is perfectly plausible. The place is like, everyone's like, run away, it's going to blow up! Oh, okay.
Now, it just amuses me that
like the bomb, they sort of took the building and all its contents away. It's like, wow, that's cool.
Yeah, I don't mind how ridiculous films are ever, as long as they are internally consistent. That is, you set a rule, you have to stick with that rule. You can't just go, oh,
doesn't apply. Forgot, but
forgot. Yeah, mostly, forgot. Let's be honest. Okay, we're just rebuilding. We're just building resources now.
What stops the shield from restarting?
Power. Give it
overheat.
Give it a water cooler to speed it up as well.
Okay, one of those, and one of those. There we go. Overdrive everything. Right, how are we doing?
Badly.
Do we have enough power? No, we don't hook those two up. Let's do that, and then...
Minus 3,000 power.
Try that now?
Plus 1,300, but we are... If there's more batteries, we only have 200,000 on tap, so a little bit more needed.
Okay. I shall put some more down in a sec after we've got some more power up, I think, be a sensible idea.
I like the way that our turrets, our guns, our ships are a bit crap, but we can grab some to make up for it. Actually, I don't need to... Oh, shut off.
Oh, build a bit between it, that's it. That's one colour, never mind.
So, I mean, as a British person, I've never had anything directly to blame Trump for, but now I do. It's due to Trump's fucking gross incompetence, we call it, but whatever, his insurrection, whatever. That means we don't have Tad helping us. We've been directly affected by that.
Yes, the bastard. How dare he ruin our game's evening?
Well, I don't think he did it on purpose. To be fair, I don't think he did it on purpose.
No.
I don't necessarily think he thought
Trump.
it through. Yes, that's what I mean. But it's not Trump's. He didn't do it on purpose. Well, I hope Trump can go, you know what? I'm going to fuck lockdown LAN over. Right,
Take
now,
your one member, that really does help.
hopefully I can take out these 3 lines here. And all the repair bots will get shot down. Hey,
Hola. How's it going?
it's very difficult. Oh, I've just set it on fire. That will do.
Are you playing Mindustry?
Yeah. Shit's on fire, yo. Thankfully, their shit's on fire.
Yep.
Well,
Right, we now have a bit more power.
So yeah, I did play Torchlight. I was hoping it'd be good. I got so annoyed. I got so annoyed with the frame rate, I tried to buy an Xbox Series X.
Oh.
Poor bastard.
No, I want a Series X, but I mostly play Doom on my Series X. Doom runs at 60 frames a second, 4K HDR. I don't need to upgrade it. Diablo 3, 4K 60 HDR. Torchlight, about 20 frames at 4K with no option to turn the resolution down. Thanks, guys.
Ew.
Some games, most games now have the option for performance or quality. Crazy Plumber, for instance, has that option. And it has also balancing dynamic resolution. How did you... Right, I think what I might need to do is run... Oh, fuck. Right, so we are running out of bases I can destroy.
Oh no.
No, that's good. That's good. We're running out of stuff to blow up.
That sounds like an no to me.
Sounds like a what?
Do you not enjoy blowing stuff up?
Yeah, but when we're running out, that means we need to start on the off. So what we're doing is we're clearing away the parts of the base we're allowed to. This is the hardest difficulty of attack as well, and it's not messing around either.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't you say before you were getting to like the tedious bit where there's only the like sort of middle difficult and stuff?
Well, we haven't done any of the hardest stuff yet.
Oh, okay.
It's the first time we tried. Right, now, I believe that the rebuild bots can't rebuild this particular turret set. Their rebuild bots, not ours. Smart man might do a force projector here. Oh, that's a vault. By the way, I didn't have a little thing to show me how much. There we go. That should. How is it going anyway for you, Tad? Is it mostly just boring? I assume that's the case. I did lots of stuff in my time that everyone goes, oh wow, that sounds great fun! No, recording a car is mostly vague carbon monoxide poisoning and waiting around.
Wait, you were recording a car?
I have recorded many cars in my life.
Understandable.
And it's great fun the first few times, then it rapidly turns into, I feel sick, I want to go home. And my ears hurt.
What was the purpose of recording them for?
Put them in a computer game.
Oh, I see.
I worked on 74 racing games, Goose. You know I did racing games, right?
Yeah, you mentioned Burnout before.
Yeah, and Conor McRae there, and Race of the Grid, a load of F1 games. Taught the guys at Playground everything they know. Like, a lot standing around. Yeah, that sounds what I would expect. But mostly boring. I mean, boring is good. I want you to come back going, that was really boring, rather than, you know, dear God, I've killed so many people, or anything like that. I want it just to be, great, glad that's done.
To be fair, for a lot of people, I imagine it's more interesting than being stuck at home still.
What, standing out in the cold? It's interesting for about 10 minutes, but then not so much after that.
Yeah. I just want lockdown to end so I can try doing other things. So, because for the first, like, I don't know, 9 months, I was like, hey, it's fine, I can just play games. And now I'm like, well, I'm out of games that I want to play.
Really?
Not out, but I don't know. There's nothing new that's really interesting me at the moment.
There are a lot. Well, then you know the solution. You can do the same thing I always do.
Just make it.
Make it.
Fake it till you make it.
Unfortunately, I'm not quite that good at making games yet.
I know. But all you have to do
What's your first Unity game?
Well, no, he's helped me finish VR game.
Yeah.
How's that going, Brett? How much did you do today?
Not because I was doing coursework.
Don't lie to me.
What? I was doing coursework?
I can see what you're doing. You were playing Dota.
I was casting Dota, actually.
You were casting Dota.
Me and some friends do a thing every couple of days sometimes.
Did it involve playing Dota?
It involved some of the other guys playing Dota and I was watching, basically.
Ah, right. So you're playing Dota?
One of them live streams it.
Uh-huh.
But yes. I'm allowed a break.
Are you? Breaks
No.
are for winners. Are you a winner, Brett?
Is the correct answer no?
There's no correct answer. You just say what you feel in your heart.
I don't know.
Are you a whiner?
Indigestion. How do I avoid Satisfactory's problems with clipping? I know what you're talking about. I played Satisfactory during the open beta, and I went, this looks boring, and then that's last time I played it. And oh, we have a big thing coming, and I have no long-range defenses. Arse!
Amazing. But no, I'll probably try and do some tomorrow evening.
Cool. I said there's no rush or anything. I'm not.
No, I do want to try and do some of it. I just had I've got two deadlines for hand-ins for the course I'm doing today and tomorrow. So.
Can we have a very, very, very big robot walking towards us, and it just lasered lots of things at once?
Yep. Keeps popping me as well.
That's
Maybe
a
it's
nice
mates.
robot then.
Okay, we got it. Yeah, I suspect we're going to lose this, but then we'll have to come back in with a whole bunch of stuff. A lot of the reason we were struggling is because obviously we had that problem with the
Copper.
no, with me not configuring Ground Zero quite correctly.
Oh yeah.
Is it playing on a keyboard or a mouse? But yeah, I don't know what Satisfactory's clipping problem is referring to. Bear in mind, as a dev, it's extremely annoying when people just name a bug. Oh, what are you doing about the duplication bug? And I'm like,
Like which one?
Either which one or what duplication bug? Like, I get to name bugs, you don't.
My bug now, smiley face. More bits. Is the solution playing with like a drawing tablet or something?
I actually have a USB touchpad for I have used.
I once tried to play Overwatch with my drawing tablet. I did not. That was interesting. Actually, surprisingly kind of easy to aim with a drawing tablet, to be honest.
I used to play on a trapdoor, and I was like, how can you play against a trapdoor? And like, I challenge you. Half-Life Deathmatch then. Come on. Come on, let's get this down. Fuse this down. Oh yeah, this level's a complete clusterfuck, but that's not really surprising. More importantly, do we not have any? We still haven't released our first unit yet.
No.
What I might do though is wait, why not? Oh fuck! I didn't put a router next to it. That'd do it.
Oh yes.
So if I now pop a payload router there, And then out a little bit there and back there. We'll get 1s and 2s out. What's it lacking? Cool. It's now getting resources. So hopefully when we die and respawn, a lot of this will just be here. And it will just immediately start firing. That's my plan anyway.
My plan.
That's my plan. The builder bots are having a wonderful time. Not doing what I want, but I'm sure they're having a wonderful time. Oops. Okay, that's looking a lot messier. I like it. As I said, we are beginning to run out of room now. Right, beginning to run out of encroachment space.
Oh boy.
That's a lot of flight. Oh, that is an awful lot of. Like, are they liches? Okay. Time to go super parallax on them. Satisfactory is not on a flat landscape. So
Satisfactoria.
Satisfactoria doesn't have a flat landscape, so it will always have problems. Have you not played Satisfactoria?
Is it a sequel?
It's just something in my head. Sometimes I make things up that aren't real, you see, and sometimes I sell those things for money.
Living the dream.
I'm living a vague existential
Living
nightmare,
in a
so-
dream. Living in a dream.
A dweem within a dweem.
Well, that
Hey,
sounds
try that
terrifying.
dark body tap.
No, what?
Oh, I see. There's a reason we're not really going down this route. Why are we attacking walls so badly? Kill the walls!
If it's something's
Evil
attacking
walls.
walls, just slap lancers down. And then give it power, and it will just chew through the walls. 'Cause they're piercing.
Nonsense. That one.
Down one, cross one.
Got it. What damage to take out of
To electric.
Oh, okay. It's a bit of juice.
Did you work in audio originally then?
But I what?
Work in audio?
I did.
Or was it
Audio
like
is-
part audio?
Audio is interesting. It's working in audio means I need to work in every single department because everything in the game makes a noise. So I had to deal with everything: AI, menus, streaming, loading, footsteps, lines of speech, AI engines. Literally the whole gamut of the whole gamut of the game I had to look at and understand and know and touch. Oh my god!
Oh lord.
There's wall to wall up here.
Alright, Walter.
So let me run the fuse line up because fuses are great at making a mess of flyers. But I'm not really expecting to win, I'm just expecting to make further inroads. Yeah, our power's out. They've just taken out our entire... Oh, well, we actually have plus 7,000, I'm not sure... Oh, we have power for a bit until we run out of storage. thorium, sorry.
Right.
Are we doing a lot of fuses still?
Yeah.
But the mobs, but the planes just outside. So now I've got some parallaxes down. Oh yeah, we are going to get absolutely just. I can't think of a polite way of phrasing
I'll
this.
wait.
Fucked.
Apparently they can use. No, I don't know what can. We are going to have a regretful time. Yeah, I think they're coming in dry. Oh no, we have actually succeeded. Guardian in 2 waves, I think. Oh, never mind. There's just been a whole bunch more.
Hello.
I think this is the beginning of the end for us.
That's Quitter talk.
Yes, it is. There's now 5 liches heading straight for the core, and we have no more AA up. Is that quitter talk or just realism?
Maybe.
Why not both?
Well, not sure.
Because there is go. Ah! Oh.
I mean, I am many things, but I'm certainly not a quitter. I do have a good sense of what's the word? Futility.
Well, like. Okay.
Shields.
Life sucks. We're all going to die. How's mine?
Come on, build this. That's it. We've got some parallaxes. They're up there. You see, they're going. They're now just systematically making a mess of our base.
Feed them ammo. Feed them ammo.
It's not the ammo. It's a problem. They can't reach.
Crap.
Now they can. As soon as that gets power. Oh, then that's the next wave. I know I should have done. Router. No, not router. Distributor. And cyclone or swarmer? Cyclone. I'm gonna have to check. Cyclone. Yeah. And that's the Surge LA one. There we go. Well, that'll help next time. So we'll come back with a majority of this stuff alive, just not everything. Well, I think we're going to survive this wave, but now the next wave just spawned.
I'm sure another wave. How many waves do we get? Is it just infinite waves?
Until we win, yeah.
Until we take the enemy base out. Oh shit.
Well, we did. We made quite a mess of the base, but not enough to...
Stop them coming.
Yeah. I love the parallaxes there.
Oh, mob!
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Right, I point ground zero back at the other one. And we will lick our wounds. How's that one doing? But yeah, we'll go back with some of that.
We've basically got to go in and just give them plastinium to the face, haven't we? Or Surge Yellow to the face. Not Surge Yellow.
No, we can't. No, we have to use. We have to use vehicles. Yeah. So we can use the foreshadows a bit, but we do have to use. Oh, I think we can actually go straight back in. I think this actually is enough.
I would wait because we have no plastinium coming in. Okay. Oh, you're gonna lose this sector instead.
No plastinium.
You don't want that.
You mean Surge Alloy?
No Surge Yellow. Yeah, there's absolutely no Surge
yeah,
Yellow
but this is why I have so many vaults. I must have 10,000.
Yeah, but it doesn't
Surge
count
Alloy.
that,
No, I have 10,000 Surge Alloy on the map, like stored.
Mm.
Tad, I don't know if you caught the beginning of this. We haven't really had a chance. We have got hammered from the very beginning on that wave, on that map. It's really hard, but it's an eradication one.
One or the other has to eradicate the enemy. Yeah.
But don't forget, normally you get to bugger about with bots because Max is busy sorting out odds and sods. I'm busy sorting out defences. We have
You're the one that puts bots up, so I don't know how to put them up.
Well, we had bots up. We didn't have a command point or anything, but the bots were up.
Yeah, but they were rebuilders, weren't they, rather than anything?
No, we had offensive bots as well. That's what that massive line of random resources at the middle were for.
Oh, right.
But we didn't really have a point where we were like, lol, send it, we don't care, let's build some bots. It was constantly being hammered back and hammered back and hammered back.
Yeah.
We still haven't received any surge alloy yet.
Hmm.
Oh, we're spending it quicker than we're receiving it, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm assuming we are receiving it, but this thing I can't check. Well, I can. I have to go here, click, sending to
world data.
115, which is yeah, we are sending it. And 20 wave will win this map anyway. We can't launch until we've... Oh yeah, we can launch. There we go. 54. Oh my god, nearly everything got nuked. Alright, let's point the resources at 54. Oh, 54. Select.
Do you have to do each one of these launch pads to change one of them over?
No, that's why we point everything at ground zero, so we only have to do one launch pad.
Right.
Otherwise it would be a... Why are they all being attacked already? Are you joking me?
Yep.
Right, there we go. So rebuilders should be all good to go straight away.
Okay, and incoming, and incoming. I've got lead. I want defences, better than that.
See what it means, Had? It's more than a little hectic. No, not. Okay, we don't have enough power. That should do.
You find that thorium scratch again?
It's completely gone. Well, so things to remember, because I forgot. Enemy units attack for preference your strongest power generation. That's what air units go for. I forgot this. I should have had serried ranks of defences up there, and I will.
Dude, I just had a match with someone on a dating app, and I looked at their profile. It's like, I'm looking for an African/tan dude. And my first message is just, did you accidentally like me then?
Are they looking? They're looking for a what? What? Sorry.
An African or tanned dude specifically.
You're fairly brown. I mean, compared to like gloss white paint.
I mean, that's the thing actually. The people that are sort of how do you put it politely, that are like their natural skin color is a tan color. Are they like, wow, you're tanned all the time? You know, feel like, you know.
What, to me? No one ever says that.
No, just random.
Yeah, I mean, well, people come in all sorts of colours. I mean, it's very easy.
I spent all a couple on guns.
There was quite a famous thing where someone on Tumblr got angry because in Night in the Museum, they're like, why is a white dude playing the Egyptian? And people are like, it's Rami Ismail. He's from Egypt. So, yeah,
that's
because
great.
He's not a particularly tanned dude. He's just a
We're out of copper.
Yeah.
Sorry, I spent it all.
Well. Oh shit.
Pop.
Fucking hell. Yeah. You need to defend where they are, not where they're going to be.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
I got where you were. I just need to get the Well, I was bringing lead across, but I think I'm not going to abandon the lead.
Yeah. No. I'm not even sure we would have got a first drop. That wasn't even 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I think we need to wait for Copper to arrive here. The thing is, there's no point in getting too excited about winning this level because we are being attacked a lot from this one.
Yeah.
We could potentially capture number 4 very quickly and launch from there, because that one's not under attack. So if we go to 4, because it's only high, no, in a moment we'll go to 4. Not yet. Wait for a delivery. It's high is easy. High is just clickety bonk straight through. Extreme and eradication, not so much. Oh yes, we used to have megas here, didn't we?
Lots of places have people from lots of other places. So someone being Egyptian doesn't mean that he well represents the ethnicity in that place.
Well, that was the point. They were like, oh, why isn't someone who's actually the right colour playing this? And it's like, well, because Egyptians aren't a colour.
I just imagine like a chocolate brown dude.
Well, no, you. I mean, let's think. Egypt had a huge amount of slaves. You know, absolutely loads. So there would have been people of all sorts of colours in there. So yeah, there's no, and obviously that was, you know, whatever it was.
See, that's why you do it. What are
thousands of
these?
years ago. So they would have now have all sorts of colours.
Meltdowns. That's what we need.
Meltdowns aren't very long range.
No.
They're all
Which ones
right.
are using snipers? Oh, foreshadows. Those are the
Yeah.
buppies, aren't they?
Yeah,
Foreshadows.
Foreshadows are great.
Have we got the resources to make Surge Alloy on that level?
We can just pull out the core.
Yeah, but I'd rather be making some as well as. Although that may be more effort than it's worth, but you know, still.
As I said, we haven't really had time. It's been more than a little bit hectic. Okay, I've just hooked up the megas, just because that makes me feel a bit better.
Only the host can view sectors.
Oh, he's titanium as well. Fuck that. That's a little trickier.
We get them over somewhere useful.
Okay, so if I'm just waiting for our resources to arrive, so I'm just killing a few moments. I put that
We're waiting
there.
for wave 131. I mean, then we're secure again here.
No, we're only secure till we get attacked again, unfortunately.
Mm.
Which could be 1 second later, or it could be in an hour. There we go. We've now got where we
Or we can take the UI off. Wow.
Yes, H, isn't it?
C.
Oh, obviously. Why C?
I don't know.
Well, yeah, but why? No, I'm not.
C for cock.
I'm not blaming you. Why did you make it C? And so we've now got megas, polys. No, we've now got megas and monos, but no polys. Megas and polys, but no monos. Oh, in fact, we're full on. Oh yeah, we've got another one down there. Oh well, now we have 2. I forgot. Give me something to do for 5 minutes anyway. Right, we'll go get number 4, and hopefully 4 is not hostile. 4 should be easy. It's only a high difficulty map, which makes it sound very pro. But it's not.
Oh, big chunk of thorium. Lots of chunks of thorium. Wow, look at that. Okay, so we've got one spawn point over on the right here.
I genuinely question that a lot of the stuff we're doing is even possible single player. Alright, right now, you've gone and found the spawn. I haven't done anything apart from build these rebuild things. I literally haven't even
Yeah, but they are
clicked on
superb.
anything else.
I wonder if this one's got 2. Yeah, there's another one at the top here. Got another spawn point right at the top. That'll be a pain in the ass.
Should be fine. We have 3 minutes to the first attack. We should actually have build drones by that point. Come on, faster, faster, faster. Hey, the gamer dude. Oh, flip back, ground 0. Send to 4. Then go back to 4. Right, now we'll actually get some. I need plastine to finish that overdrive projector, but I need to get some defences up. Okay, so south. Yeah, we can probably just do this with fuses. Can you just very quickly show me where they show me where the bad men are coming from? One up here, I think.
Show me, where
there's
show me where they touch you on the doll.
But they didn't touch me on the doll.
Yeah. There.
Okay. Oh, how did I manage to build non-titanium conveyors? Can you just upgrade those to me, please?
Yep.
Wow. It's like, why is it going so slowly? Thank you. Come on, rebuild drones, get your arse in gear. The fuck are they? Can you just check the rebuild drones are actually working?
Let's have a butchers. Oh, we're missing overdrive projector.
Yeah, but that won't stop them working. Why?
Oh, it's missing. Oh, rotate. Rotate. There we go. You forgot to send the vital resource needed to make them graphite,
Okay.
which is now going in. So there we go. That's good.
Well, this has certainly been more challenging than all the recent stuff we've been doing. So
I've got graphite here. Do you want graphite?
I'm going pure fuse.
Okay. I'll send the graphite back to base then, I guess.
Yeah, we're not actually hooked up to drop resources
Right.
at the moment.
Okay. Let's take that.
Possibly we should be. Then again, once I've got these fuses up, I don't actually expect to lose anything apart from just to sit here and hit skip 35 times. Because all the resources are still being sent to the previous sector. While we're doing this, that sector will absolutely max out. Well, I hope so.
Okay.
Or we'll lose it, one of the two. But if we lose it, it's on the last wave now. It's 8% damaged, apparently. I'm curious how it calculates that. It doesn't seem to do it in a particularly sensible way. Cool. Oh, shoot, one got through. Repair drones, get over here and start shooting. Thank you.
Do you want power up there?
No, I'm just going to go with pure this. I don't expect to lose it. Once this is done, I don't expect to lose. Expect to.
Okay, you don't want thorium
Well,
power.
you can do. Don't really mind. Might as well. That said, I know we've got lots of stuff. So we're not receiving any more resources. So what we've got is all we get.
Right.
But yeah, pretty much now. I just expect to go skip, win.
Yeah.
Now, what's the difference between thorium and titanium?
One Thor's.
Double the damage.
Just no, it's might be able to make plastanium and Sergio here.
You're not going to? Or we could?
We could. Do you want to?
No. Well, I do a bit.
It's only
but-
point. We make
Well,
plastanium.
not really. I mean, our limiting factor from ground zero isn't sending stuff in; it's getting stuff out.
Oh, right.
Like we kind of filled most of the map up with either what's it called, logistics cannons, or the other thing. Oh my god, these units take so long to get towards the firing, towards the death place. How close am I allowed to build? Right there. Oh, flyers. Yeah, dead.
Cool.
Oh, very careful, you just took all of our defense ammo for cryofluid.
For what?
Cryofluid.
That's plastanium.
Plastanium then.
Yep.
But we don't need this titanium. We're just running off pure thorium now for defenses up top.
Okay. What do we need? Power. That one.
My heck's out, and I think that eradication level has pretty much kicked our ass. Hopefully, though, as we go back, we go back with a little bit more of a advantage. Can we use a repair projector on the core?
We did not. We could.
Can we? Does it work?
Oh, just delays inevitable, I suppose. I
Yeah,
don't know.
but if we'd been alive 10 seconds longer, we would have had more turrets up.
Oh, right. Can't say, to be honest.
I don't know either. Anyway, you have 20 waves to get whatever it is you're building up.
Okay.
I've got power here, by the way, if you want some.
No, I think I'm good. I just need to kickstart it and then it'll be a golden.
Well, you can kickstart it off mine.
Alright, okay.
There you go. Now we're at minus 200. Right.
Yeah, need to hook up the those. There you go.
Got plus 1,000. Are you sending it back to base?
What?
Are you sending it back to base?
Plastanium?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why
I don't know what
not?
to do with it.
Space.
Oh, yeah, first protocol. Well, because where's it go? Put it in space.
We put it back to ground zero. Oh, yes, there's oil on this level. Yes. Good call. Right, actually, I'm just gonna leave it so that I'm gonna just go grab a drink.
Okay.
Do you want anything?
Packet of crisps would be nice.
Ah, I haven't got any, Chris. I got an apple. I ate all the. I ate all the.
Too
Pringles.
healthy.
Sad.
Oh, that's a mood. God. All the fruit's left over, but the crisps are gone. Biscuits, oh hell yeah. I'll take a biscuit.
I was thinking about biscuits the other day. Adam saying biscuit means they're double cooked. I'm like, that's
Yeah,
not
I mean-
the dictionary says. The dictionary literally says that's not true. I'm like, okay, Mr. Wind-up Merchant.
The French word biscuit is derived from the Latin words bis, B-I-S, twice, and coquere, or coctus, to cook or cook, or cooked, hence meaning twice cooked.
Yeah, but you don't. How many biscuits you made that have been cooked twice?
Probably most of them, I'd imagine. Or at least that's
None of them. None of them. I'm saying you personally at home. Although to be honest, the factories don't
no,
cook
yeah.
them twice either. You just need to cook them for longer. If it's really that big of a problem.
I mean, it's the same reasoning you have for cooking, is it like triple cooked chips you get sometimes?
Yeah. Very nice.
Well, Britain does do the best biscuits.
Well, sorry?
Britain does the best biscuits. I mean,
This is
Brett,
true.
there's a good test of character. What's the best biscuit?
Oh.
Think. This is a logical logic test.
Technically, there are two answers.
Yeah.
There's two answers.
Technically,
Oh
two.
yes. Oh yeah.
The one
I'm
that
trying to
we
think of
haven't
what-
eaten yet.
Logic.
No, because that includes digestive biscuits, and rich tea biscuits are quite frankly not. The correct answer is not Jammy Dodger. I'm afraid the dude abides, and you've shown just particular weakness of character there.
I do like Jammy Dodgers, but I wouldn't call it a favourite.
I'm not even sure they're biscuits, you know.
They might not be.
Jammy
Aren't
Dodgers?
Yeah.
Oh wait, aren't Jaffa cakes technically biscuits? Or something?
No, they're
cakes.
No, I know. I
They're
mean, like,
cakes.
I'm pretty sure they use like
They're
biscuit
cakes.
carrots or some shit.
No.
Right?
So what's the difference
No?
between a biscuit and a cake?
I know the definition
Go on, then.
different, but
Go on, then.
oh, fuck hell.
No, you can't say I know the definition.
Well, I mean, I know there's a difference rather,
There
but
is.
like
A cake is soft and goes hard. A biscuit is
Biscuit
hard and
is
goes
hard
soft.
and goes
Goes soft.
yeah.
So Jaffa Cakes had to argue they weren't a cake. They just called a cakes. They didn't get hit by luxury tax. I also found out on that point. Apparently, biscuits don't count as a luxury. I think they probably should, you know. But
Yeah, probably.
biscuits include like seafaring biscuits. Like
Which are
you know,
horrible?
they are unbelievably horrible, but they are absolutely not a luxury. They are absolutely an essential. Anyway, what's the best biscuit?
Should I give two
Cream.
or one if you're saying there's two best ones?
If you get one,
Uh,
you've got the other.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. I probably haven't got it then. 'Cause my personal favourites would be like chocolate digestive and like custard cream.
Hobnob.
Oh dear,
All
custard
sorts.
cream.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
best
I
biscuits.
can literally eat an entire double, triple, whatever packet of them. Give me put in front of me, I will eat all of them.
Well,
Yeah,
the best
yeah, I feel
biscuit
that.
is a hobnob, closely followed by chocolate-covered hobnob,
Yep. Because
because they're so bad for you.
no, because they withstand the dunking process.
Whereas rich tea, don't put it anywhere near tea, or you'll end
Yeah.
up just sludge.
Sludge at the bottom of your teacup.
See, I'll eat a hobnob, but I prefer digestive versions of them, essentially.
Alexa, how do I ban someone from Discord?
Infidel!
Is it actually telling you?
Alexa, stop. Alexa, what is the best biscuit? Alexa, what is the best biscuit? You're
The
refusing.
top-rated choice for biscuit on Amazon is Fox's Biscuits Chocolatey Milk Chocolate Rounds.
Oh, really?
130 grams.
No.
It's rated 4.7 stars.
4.7?
1,300
Alexa?
Hey Siri,
What is the rating of
what's
chocolate
the best
hobnobs?
biscuit?
Did you like this recommendation?
No.
No, that's not helpful.
Oh, did he say, here's something I found on the web?
No, it went from restaurant.
So,
Hey
This
Siri,
restaurant, yum yum.
if
Did you
you...
like this
what's the best
recommendation?
biscuit?
No.
That's too subjective.
So,
That is not helpful.
So the difference is, Alexa will give you a good bash. She'll go, here's something I found on the web, or here's an answer. Siri will go, here's something I found on the web. I'm like, I'm driving my bike. You can't just say to me, here's something I found on the web. You have to read out what you found on the damned web to me.
Oh, have you told Alexa to Pikachu talk before?
No.
What does that do?
Alexa, Pikachu talk.
Okay, here's Pikachu talk. Hello. With Pikachu talk, you can talk to Pikachu in your own home. Pikachu is here now.
Oh no.
Pikachu can understand what you say.
Pikachu thirsts only for blood. Run, human, run while you still can. It's her deadpan delivery. Pikachu can now hear you.
It's so stupid.
I'm Pikachu.
Pikachu cannot be satiated.
Nice to meet you. Pikachu.
The best part is she tries to translate it.
She's just talking to herself.
Yeah.
Why don't you try speaking to Pikachu?
Pikachu, how do I get a Blastoise? How do I change my starter Pokemon? Oh. Have you seen the Pikachu has found out your back door is not locked? Have you seen the 10-hour or 3-hour ASMR Pikachu?
Oh no, what?
Amazing. It is absolutely superb. Nintendo have just poured out all the songs. It's just basically a YouTube video, but watch it on binaural stereo, and Pikachu runs around and sniffles and sleeps and snores and does all sorts of stuff. It's just beautiful.
Yeah, there's some funny features on Alexa actually though. I had a chance to try.
Oh yeah, I mean one of the useful things. It's slightly useful. Certainly if you've got kids around, you can ask it what noise an animal makes.
Yeah.
Do you know what noise a donkey makes? Have you ever heard of donkey?
I have. I wouldn't be able to replicate the noise.
Alexa, what noise does a donkey make? No.
I know what it makes. But...
I just got Pikachu going Pika. No. Alexa,
Oh, still doing Pikachu
how do I make Pikachu go away? Just a bit. Oh dear.
I don't remember. I'm pretty sure you just like Alexa stop or something, but
Houston, we have a problem. Pikachu, is it time for bed? Oh god, Pikachu's deflating. I can't tell if it's a yes or a no. Oh god. How to stop Pikachu. Pikachu cannot be stopped. Oh god.
I believe it, baby.
Bye, Pikachu. Someone uploaded a video. I don't know who she is. She got 13 million views, so I gave my Pikachu a voice, and it's weird.
To it for a while.
Well, hopefully we'll get 13 million views for the same thing. Passing jokes. Hey, Dora. Maybe I'll rename it. Wait. What? Bye, Pikachu.
amazing.
Pikachu, bye.
Is it actually the command, or is it?
Help.
No, apparently that doesn't work.
Dora is looking.
Pikachu, they're calling me for help.
Wait, what's happened? They trapped. Pikachu trapped in a well.
Still, you'll be able to talk to Pikachu. And you'll
No,
know
it's
how.
inside Alexa.
What's your name?
Right, did Alexa just ask Pikachu what Pikachu's name was?
Sounded like it.
I'm Pikachu. Why don't you try speaking to Pikachu?
No, I love Pikachu dearly with all my heart, but go away.
Totally impractical for your voice assistant.
Oh, yes, but I need to stop. Pikachu, bye. No, you hang up. No, you hang up.
Have you tried asking Alexa what she thinks of Cortana?
I'm not. I'm not asking about something ever again. Oh God.
Pikachu will leave if you don't speak to it for a while.
Okay then.
Oh, okay.
Good.
Is that the only solution?
Good. Destroy him.
Kill him. Pikachu, bring back Alexa. Apparently not.
Pikachu will leave if you don't speak to it for a while.
You lie to me. You sit on a throne of lies. Usually it takes 10 or 12 weeks before Pikachu gets bored.
Same.
Pikachu will leave if you don't speak to it for a while.
Are you warning me or threatening me?
Welcome to the world of.
Tomorrow.
Is this where you get copyright strike by Nintendo for the Pikachu noises?
Pikachu will leave if you don't speak to it for a while.
Seriously, I barely hit stop on the stream before I got copyright strikes for Battlefront. I wasn't surprised, but Squadrons, you see, uses all unique music and not stuff from the films. It's pastiches of it.
Pikachu will leave if you don't speak to it for a while.
Tad, you're not wrong. I mean, yes, Nintendo would have had to very much pay someone. Which button is... There you go, I've muted the microphone. Anyway, we are nearly done.
Voicing Pikachu is not the weirdest thing that Japanese voice actors have done.
I don't doubt that. I mean, it's the weirdest thing they've done on my stream, but you are correct. Sorry, the weirdest thing they've done on the stream so far.
Oh, I'm sure we can outdo ourselves.
I've just been browsing some Alexa lines to see if there's any your ones. Yeah, the asking about Cortana one, she says, we both have light rings, but hers is more of a halo.
Very good. Trademark Microsoft 1999.
Alexa, I like big butts. You cannot lie. Good. Honesty is important.
Be quick, Max,
Why?
because we're going in 5 waves.
Oh, I'm trying to be. Someone's rushing my build process. I'm making Sergio.
I know. Which incidentally doesn't require thorium, so I don't really know what you're doing.
It does, and according to the thing there.
No, it requires...
Oh, it's lead, isn't it? It's
copper,
lead.
lead, titanium, and yeah.
Oh well. We haven't got lead in this level, don't tell me.
Yeah, there's loads just back here. I'll run a line over. I think Pikachu's
Okay,
gone to sleep.
start.
I think we are safe from the curse of the Pikachu.
Oops.
Have I mentioned my my Pokemon story before? I can't remember.
I'm not sure. What was it?
I used to work with a guy called Daniel Schaefer, who was the German translator at Codemasters. Enormous gentleman. He used to complain that food wasn't enough and he had to have 2 lunches to fill himself up. And he
Free food.
previously, well, no, he had to pay for his own lunches. That's pretty much how companies work, I'm afraid. But he previously worked on a number of titles, including one of the Pokemons. I don't want to say which generation because I wouldn't know. One of the earlier ones, though, and he was responsible for the German translation of it. And they had the designer over from Japan. Japan is a bit weird when they have games companies. Like, people are responsible for stuff rather than the corporation. So when we were on Sonic Transformed, that's when it turned out that Sega don't really own Sonic in the way you think Sega owns Sonic. They certainly don't own the music, so we had to get permission from the guy who wrote the music to use Green Hill Zone music on other levels, and he wouldn't let us. The idea was in Sega Generations you could just mash it up and then have all different Sega properties. But he goes, no, this is Green Hill Zone music, you can only play it on Green Hill Zone. And we're like, okay. The designer of Sonic had to okay the design of Sonic's car, and it just went back and forwards and back and forwards. It was like, if you pay me, I will do it. I'm like, couldn't it just have said that? We'll pay you. For God's sake, we have waited so much time for you. But Sega don't own it because, there weren't contracts in the same way back then, because, no one ever thought Sonic would become the thing it has. So they have a lot of control, and Nintendo's the same thing. So we had one of the designers from Pokemon over. I don't know his name. Very senior blokey, nice bloke, but apparently I never met him. So they were working on the translation of the German names for the Pokemon,
Oh boy.
which you think would be quite straightforward, but oh my god. So they were taking up to a day to do the translation of the name. Pikachu's fine. Pikachu is Pikachu. But a lot of the other ones, they're not. And at one point, apparently, this guy, he went off and he, in a bit of a storm, he stormed out. So bear in mind, this is a Japanese guy in a German company where they don't really speak Japanese and he doesn't really speak German, and it has to go through a translator regardless. And he stormed off and he came back with a tray of fluffy, light cream pastry puffs. And he says, the word that Jigglypuff, it must sound like these taste and feel in your mouth. And Daniel was just there going, This like if there's 100 Pokemon in Gen 1, he's like, this game is going to take forever. But yeah, they went through all of that one. Like everything they did was it had to all be perfect. There was no chuck it over the fence for Nintendo.
Well, wasn't even with first gen, wasn't the worldwide release like a second release, because they had like the first 2 come out in like Japan or something, and then they had Red and Blue.
I don't
or something.
know.
I don't know.
Gamer Dude, I did a Patreon post, which is now public to everyone, about that. As I think everybody's year did not go according to plan. I think that probably applies to everybody apart from maybe Pfizer and Amazon, who are happy with the current situation. In case you haven't read it, very briefly, I was offered a non-sensible amount of money to work on a project. Yeah, I was wondering if that worked, Max. I don't know if it does.
Non-sensible?
Non-sensible, yes. Can we just offload? Surge Alloy. Oh, you're going to feed. Gotcha.
Above or below?
Oh, above. I wouldn't do it for below. So I have been working on another project. That project is written on the Fortress Craft 2 engine. Slightly confusing way that I'm not going to go into right now. But essentially, that game has allowed me to progress the Fortress Craft engine. So it is Fortress Craft engine is better.
Wait, so do you own the rights to that engine then, or is it then?
It's my engine. They're licensing the engine.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Does this work?
I don't know.
If it works, we should probably make sure it works.
Why would you go back? Oh, this is going to turn forward, isn't it? Oh, so you just feed it in at any old speed. Yeah,
Just feed it. Yeah, but I'll limit silicon in.
Yeah.
Anywhere but there. Gamer dude, I am always very happy when people support me on Patreon, but I've always said I never want anyone to support me if they can't afford it. If $2 a month is a lot to you, don't do it. If $100 a month is nothing, go for it. But please don't support me if you are not capable of doing so.
Especially the latter one.
Well, I mean,
I'm joking.
I have had enormous support over the years on Patreon. And that's the only reason Fortresscraft lasted as long as it did, and it's the only reason I even have a slight chance of Fortresscraft next. Speed that up. But yeah, this is helping me develop the game. It's very importantly helping develop the engine. I'm not going to say the game is much like Fortresscraft. I think you probably guess which elements are very much like Fortresscraft. But it may or may not be of interest to Fortresscraft players. We will see. We're at power.
I got titanium.
Oh, this power node isn't connected up to that power node.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
Lovely.
This game on mobile is exactly the same as it is here. Slightly more awkward controls. Unsurprisingly. But yeah, I've always been very thankful for the patrons. It's the Fortresscraft Phoenix couldn't have started without the patrons. I'm not making enough of my patrons to finish Fortresscraft. If Phoenix, not evolved, that's done. So, yeah, that's the situation I am in. But this next game coming out should be interesting, even if it's a complete disaster. It should be interesting, but it will give a showcase for how I'm hoping the Fortresscraft tech will go, and it will come out quite a long time before Fortresscraft 2. We actually aren't saturated. I haven't got enough water. Oh.
No, it's a tricky one to balance, to be honest.
It's not. Up, around, back. Water extractors.
I still haven't unlocked water extractors on my round, on my game.
Really? You should have got the resources. Like, you should have access to the resources here.
I don't know where it is on the unlocky thing, but
top
there's no
left
grey squares in my list here. But on my playthrough, I haven't got water extractor.
It goes mechanical drill, mechanical pump, and then it's all... No, it isn't. Yeah.
Conduit.
Mechanical drill, graphite press, pneumatic drill, laser drill, water extractor.
Mechanical drill where?
Mechanical drill's right in the middle.
Water extractor. Yeah, I see it. Yeah. Water extractor, mechanical, pneumatic.
So I've saturated titanium just. Let's.
If you're going to take off, I'm just going to quit the thing and just quickly check my single player.
Yeah.
Because that's confusing as fuck to me. So. Yeah, see, I've got locks, red locks there.
Okay.
You haven't got. I have to capture the biomass synthesis facility.
Oh yeah, some stuff's just locked behind particular
and
levels.
salt flats. Yeah, stuff like that.
But I am excited about Fortresscraft 2. I will need to be doing a further post, but the short version of what's going to happen is I will be shipping a very early access game with a big note over it saying, do not play this game if you want a final game. This is a work in progress game. The previous Fortresscraft I developed for many years. I will be developing this one for many years. If you are not okay with this, please do not download it. Do not play it. For the love of fuck, don't write negative reviews saying it's not finished yet. It happens so much. And we always had this running joke. Hey, why does this unfinished cake taste like eggs and flour? It's exactly that. It's exactly like complaining about that. But people also going, well, why did you release it when it wasn't finished? I'm like, why did you download it when it wasn't finished? No one was making you download it. Why did you? Did you think it was suddenly going to be more fixed than you thought? Yeah, I ain't touching ray tracing. Not for quite some years, I wouldn't have thought. NVIDIA cards are okay at ray tracing. What's the other ones? AMD cards, not so much. So, not touching that.
Is it a gimmick, or is it actually a rip print? Yeah, something useful to have.
Is texture wrapping a gimmick?
I don't know.
Well,
I don't know what texture mapping is. Sorry.
Well, okay. Is lighting a gimmick? You know, is texturing a gimmick? Is motion blur? I mean, yes and no. I mean, it'll add to the realism and stuff, but Anyway, let me point ground zero back at 115. Oh no, we actually should be able to launch from here, shouldn't we? Where?
Make sure you point at the right place, though.
Well, I can't do that till we've started. No.
Okay.
Okay, now I have to point it at 115. That's annoying. And then to 115 we go. And that's fine. This says, we just have to wait for the copper to...
And so do I. There's absolutely none. I don't think registered there is any. Doesn't it say you lose if you don't have any? Oh, it's actually captured. Hey.
Yeah, no, we're captured at the moment.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah, there is copper there, but I ain't getting that back in a hurry. Maybe we just need to wait for these to arrive from ground zero. That's a high, that's a medium, that's... Yeah, I can't do these. That's an extreme.
So you turn up and someone smash you in the face.
Well, Eradication's the hardest one. So it might be we haven't got enough resources yet, but I don't think we could have spent more resources is the issue.
Hmm.
There were quite a lot of details on FortressCraft development on the last dev stream.
Yes. I mean, I haven't... I've been so busy on this other project, I haven't had time to... Oh, wait. Did we inverted... That should be there, surely? Yeah. How weird. Yeah, I haven't had time to look at it. I haven't touched it in like 6 weeks. So I talked with Steve about a bug in the new grav lifts that can take freight cots. So freight cots can now go into a grav lift and then up and out. I need to start doing little bits and bobs, but a lot of it's waiting on Andy to get his stuff up and improved. It's just a lot of things to do.
I just rendered a cut of the stream, but I want attention because I don't know whether people watch them or not, and I want to be wanted. So
It's nice to be needed.
If 10 people want to see it, then I'll push the publish button on it.
Well, it's nice to be important, but it's more important to be nice. Thank you, Scooter. No, the assault map broke us. We're going back to it as soon as we've got enough copper here.
Catch a ride.
The other Scooter.
No, catch a ride. There's only one Scooter. Was it? Is it trying to do a bit of
Can I
hardcore?
hear tumbleweed? Yeah, I think I can.
Yeah. Actual weed.
I'm wondering if there's any resources underneath these solar panels, by the way. Unfortunately, the only way to tell would be to delete them.
Yes, I think this level was one of those ones that actually was very, very little on it. It was very Spartan.
Yeah, because I'd like to send copper back, but unfortunately that would be really, really difficult. Because that's it. That's the scratch of copper. And we'd need to leapfrog it all the way back with logistics. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah. Well, hold on. Do we have some already? Oh, no, we haven't, have we? No, it'd be a nightmare.
Yeah. But, I mean, over the next couple of months, we should get a lot more machines into Fortress Craft. Right now, Todd is busy. He needs to update a couple of projects. And then he'll be on to Fortress Craft stuff. Come on, 8k copper. Where the hell's our copper? We need a little bit more copper. 12,000 copper, 12,000 lead. I should actually check while we're waiting. Has there been any updates to Mindustry? Right. There's a bundle. Oh, it includes shapes.io. Okay. Yeah, there was a patch on December 6th, but no patches since then. I'm assuming we're going to get another patch, and I'm hoping a lot of these things will be done. Gamer Dude, I'll give you a full 4 out of 10 for your joke. It was a baking joke. Actually, instead of waiting here, we should probably wait on ground zero.
Hold on.
You need to go back, or was it not important?
That's not important.
Okay. Is there anything we could do here? Like, it's sending resources out. Is there anything we could do to improve this? Because I have a funny feeling. Well, we don't need these air factories.
I would make 1 line per resource. That's what I would, if it was me. I would be OCD about it, make 1 line per resource, so you had an even amount of everything going to the pads. But I don't know if that actually affects the way the game plays or not.
There's too many resources. I mean, what we've done at the bottom is we've got unsorted ones. So we're pulling out everything. But that then has to go to these mass drivers because we've run out of room.
Yes.
Might be able to get rid of a few. Okay, so I've just built 1, 2, 3. I've just put 7 solar panels. I've got no. I've got no phase fabric. Need to wait for it to get delivered. Yeah, these mass drivers are sending out continuously. Where to? Up to there, and they're offloading into there. It's pretty impressive what we've got here, though.
Yeah, it's a bit OCD, a bit mad. But
yeah, it's
plenty of power. Very pretty. I mean, you could make more resources, but it's just, you know.
It's making more elsewhere. It's not making more here.
Yeah.
It is a very OCD kind of game, though, isn't it? Really.
Well, it's just, you know, you can tweak it to your heart's content.
We played Factory Idol. This is a cash game by comparison.
There was sort of like, oh no, I've broken it quick. I've got to rebuild the whole thing. May take an hour. Right, fine. Off we go.
There we go. I fixed some of the bottlenecks.
Yeah, we need this line here. Oh no, it's there, but
which
do we
one?
need it?
The one going down.
This line goes across here.
Yeah, because these mass drivers can't offload everything quickly enough. They just can't. I mean, even with what we've got, they're barely managing it.
Yeah.
No, everything's asleep, waiting for the next launch of the. That'll slightly help. But it's all asleep. We're all waiting for the next. They fire every 30 seconds. So once we get more than 30 seconds worth of resources accumulated, it just sits there and waits. Now I have to be a little bit careful. We're at plus 10,000 power.
Hold on, hold
They're a
on.
little bit
Hold
expensive.
on.
With
What's wrong with using the interplanetary accelerator? Is that not a larger version of the launch pad?
No, that sends to another planet.
Oh,
And
right.
Quite importantly, it hasn't been implemented yet.
But you can still build it.
Yes, but it's just to get the achievement going. Well done, that'll be coming in a sequel.
A massive electromagnetic railgun
Solid.
tag, so it's called to escape velocity for information. But you can use that as a temporary storage capacity then.
No, there aren't any
25,000
other,
items.
there aren't any other planets.
Yes, but can you not put things into it and then pull them out of it?
Well, I guess have you seen? Yes, you can. Have you seen how much it costs to build?
Do we care?
Have you seen how much it costs to build?
Yeah, but we're making shitloads from all over the place.
Yeah.
It is very, very, very expensive.
But what's the point? What's the point in storing 25,000 anything?
Well, you could take it out from the core and sort it somewhere else. If you want to go, right, we're going to take copper there, and then this unsorted stream to that, and then you have like 12, I don't know, 5 unsorted streams going to that, and then you sort the other streams from that as like a secondary sorting area.
Our limit
I don't know,
here
I'm
is
talking about
really lack of conveyor space. So these
plastanium is what you
these
mean then.
mass drivers.
Plastanium.
Well, we're not getting enough plastinium. We're actually sending out more plastinium than we're receiving.
Yeah. If we were to hang on to it.
Really, Tad? It can only hold copper, lead, and titanium. Yeah. Sorry. Try
Oh,
not to
really?
use a lot of launch pads. All right. What would you like me to do? Use harsh words? A big slingshot? Just chuck it in the sky? I don't have a choice. Story of my life.
Speaking of
Yeah, a good choice.
see you in sequel, there was a very good insanity effect in Eternal Darkness Sanity's Requirement. If you had low sanity and entered some doors, there was a chance that you would be greeted with a screen. The story continues in the next game. And
Jesus.
because it's a fear game, the gamer would go, no! Thinking that the game was over. It was an insanity effect, so it was a fake out. No, not just kidding, the game continues.
Clever though.
I'm beginning to wonder if we should try and get these out. Because these mass drivers, they're receiving stuff, but they aren't emptying quickly enough at all. Ideally, we want to be out of resources on this level. That means we are sending it all to space.
quickly
Yeah,
enough,
so we are receiving more than we're sending. But
Yeah.
we certainly are okay on Surge Alloy, Plastanium, and Phase Weave. Didn't we go nuts on a Phase Weave level? I thought we did.
Yeah, I thought we did. Where's this come from? That goes up there, that goes up there. That's... If those don't get filled, then that's an overflow.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think there's a lot we can get out of this. This is the problem.
Why did that go straight
These
through?
are all asleep now. These are all waiting for the next...
Yeah. There's plenty of capacity at the top here. I think you want to be taking more... You want to put a plastanium line in if we could. Maybe
Sorry, to take what
further away.
Plastanium? We don't have any Plastanium.
No. Put a plastanium line in.
We don't
So
have
to give
any
us the
Plastanium.
capacity. Yes, we can sort that though. You just don't start sending it out.
Yeah, but you're solving the wrong end of the problem. The problem is we don't have enough Plastanium, Phase Weave, or Blastanium. Not
Yes,
that,
but I'm saying if we had just humor me for a moment.
Yeah.
If we had plastanium,
which
you
we
could
are
put a
filtering off
dedicated.
directly. We have a dedicated
I know.
Plastanium line. So,
But if
no.
we stop filtering it out, we also aren't doing unsorted filter. But say we did.
We have a
had some.
dedicated
We
Plastanium
put a-
line.
Yeah, I'm saying. Yeah, no, I'm using the wrong words.
Okay. Stop using
Assume
the
we had a
Plastanium.
conveyor belt made of plastanium up the level.
Armoured,
We'd have
say
enough
armoured.
capacity. Okay, armored. It's
Yeah.
not armored, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. It's Plastanium. Duh. Yeah.
Plastanium
Sorry.
conveyor. Yeah, that one which is even worse than armored, actually, isn't it? But yes, it is armored.
Yeah. So that's that.
Run that up
capacity's-
the level for what we needed to take elsewhere to fill up the capacity further up the level. Because up here, where I am, these are just, the belts are just not backing up.
So, the problem with Plastanium conveyors is they can't be mixed and
Routed.
matched. So,
Yeah.
we've got one copper line coming up here, but doesn't need to be. So we've got 3 copper lines coming straight out. So that's
Yeah.
cool. We actually don't need those at all, in theory. They're just,
Yeah.
I'll say optional. So we could convert that one to a Plastanium line. However, we can only put one resource on that. We can't mix and match in any way, shape, or form. So that's actually a bit of a.
But you can with the Plastanium if you put a node to the line, can't you?
You have to have, for every resource you want on the line, you need a dedicated input.
Yes.
But a Plastanium line takes about 3.5 unloaders to fill it. It's about 40 capacity. An unloader's 11.
So that sounds like a mass driver's worth.
It's a bit hard. Well, I mean, is this mass driver going to sleep? Yeah, mass driver 31 per second. Now it's dropped off to nothing, but that's because the far end is full, not because this end is full.
Yeah.
And that's full because that launch pad is.
It's only got one launch pad hooked up, but then the other is sending it to the rest.
I mean, at some point, unfortunately, we will run out of power. I'm keeping an eye on it.
Yeah. Plus 8,000, 3.4 mil stored.
Yeah, a couple more.
We don't. Do we need to mine resources on this level? If we're just collecting it from other places?
Not really, but it's not space we're struggling with now. There is very limited power generation options on this level. Because
why would you unload from a pad and then take it back to a pad?
Where? Sorry.
Here.
Because we can feed.
So if I delete the thing next to it, that one there.
Because it fills up and it waits, so we're shoving it in with 2 and pulling it out with 1, so that pad will still fill up.
No, it's getting filled with. Oh no, you're right. Yeah.
We're trying to make all of the pads where possible not wait.
Yeah.
Like all the pads.
And I'd suggest we put doubles. Just put big things everywhere.
Yeah. Oh, I just saw a Plastanium come through.
Yeah.
But yeah, with a Plastanium conveyor. So I thought you meant a Plastania of conveyor of
a line containing Plastanium pieces. Yeah.
Yeehaw. What?
That's working better.
So yeehaw. What? Like, oh wow! Now the mass drivers are going ka-chunk, ka-chunk, ka-chunk. Yeehaw. Whatever you've just linked. Do you think that I have any space on this level? There's no space on the level. We can get a slightly better coal setup. There's no natural thorium, so we could theoretically burn thorium from other levels. Yeah, we are jammed up. Our power's all right at the moment, plus 1800 because the sun's going down. My point was we have a limit on our power, not that we are struggling for power. That's why we've just got solar panels and overdrive projectors just constantly up there. That said, I can fit a whole row of solar panels along there. Scrap can make thorium. I don't think it's power positive. Yeah, there's a very small amount of scrap, but that also requires quite a lot of space. But we're not limited on power. Power isn't our problem. We're at negative power, but 3 million in storage. So we will be okay. We can last the whole night through. But we have pretty much run out of room on this level. The top half of the level is much less saturated than the bottom half, though. I'm afraid, Shaq, I'm going to have to delete your display. I've run out of room. Sorry. I've tried not to.
Yeah. People were not watching them anyway.
I was, but I didn't understand them.
Just for the pretty lights.
I like pretty lights. Yes, we probably should have built this on a different level. So if I get rid of that and build it one tile further down, and I get rid of that and those, build that one tile further down, and then that goes down E1 further still, and across one, maybe? Then I can route that up like that. All you now is to hope that and get power in. But yeah, I think we're getting stuff out the core quickly enough, but not necessarily off the level. That said, the only thing that's queued up, the only thing that's waiting, are those 2 titanium conveyors. We have maybe 5 or 6 slots left on the hub for getting more stuff out, but it ain't much.
I think some of these ones at the bottom are doing. Oh no, that's just launched.
Like the thorium one's asleep.
Oh, it's coming from the top, isn't it? Yeah. So
Yeah.
this one here, this row here, I think is the slackest line here.
Well, thorium is asleep, but we are outputting 1500 thorium a minute because we've only got 1 unloader plus
Yeah.
the occasional odds and sods. So that's not really an issue. Let me change this one to an unsorted though. Right. That's a little... It's getting there. Like, probably all of them should be unsorted, really. Like, all of these two.
Just send
Both
everything
of
everywhere.
these two. Well, no, not quite. But we've definitely got enough. So each of the dedicated ones, I can guarantee, are making us 1500 of that material a minute.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Whereas if you just unsort, it'll just
Unsorted.
just
We're now
fix-
getting
fix
all
one of
sorts,
everything.
Yeah, we're getting all sorts of odds and sods, but we're getting quite a lot of them. Okay, 2 in, 2 out. There's someone in the way. Can't see. It's you. There we go. So in that case, that's a lot of different resources there. So ideally, we want to be draining it and then go and do other levels to fill it up. But we should be doing better than we were. It looks like we might actually be slowly draining, which is pretty good. So, are we firing at 115? We are. So we shall go to... Actually, I can just go straight to 54. Yeah. Launch. Right, and we're launching from 115.
Let's get the builders back. You
Alright.
want to put a template down?
Yeehaw, you need to think about critical path. Does it make any difference at all if we were to get... What does that give us? An extra 2,000 storage or something? Is that critical path? Does that help us? Or is that just a... No. Wait, did we not get our base? Did it just get destroyed while we were... dead?
No, it wasn't there. It wasn't completely there.
What? God. How the hell?
Have you got the template down or not? I don't know how... I've got a template, but it's not that shape. Is it flipped?
Yes, there we go.
Rotated?
Yeah, our core's getting shot. We get it. Don't know if a mender will work, but I'll pop it down anyway. Definitely needs power. Alright, so once this is hooked up, I'll go and see how much the rest of the level has survived. Some. Right, but yeehaw, that wasn't the question I asked. I understand. Is that critical path? Will that make the tiniest bit of difference? If I wash my car and I wax it, it has a slightly higher top speed and slightly better acceleration. That ain't the limiting factor on how fast I can go in my car, though, is it? You're technically correct, which is the best kind of correct, but doesn't make any actual or appreciable difference.
It is the best kind of correct, though.
It is the best kind of correct.
Doesn't this kind of game like change what's the critical area or the bottleneck?
Well, yeah, but my point is we have a... there is a bottleneck, and that ain't it. So I don't care, because I only care about the bottleneck.
But if you work something other than the bottleneck, then when it comes time for that part to be bottleneck, it's already down.
Yes, but then I've solved something that's in the wrong order.
Well, is it sensitive to be solved in the correct order?
Yes, because if you solve it in the wrong order, you are you'll be behind.
Bell end.
That's or you're a bell end, yeah. But more importantly, you must always, to be most efficient, you must always hit the critical path. You must always hit your limiting factor. And in that, our limiting factor is what's coming into the base, and to a degree, the narrowness of the level. Oh my
I
Kaboom!
think the important
God.
thing there is if the present production is important. If you could get absolute gains if you don't switch tasks or have more efficiency in doing in some order, then it could make sense to not always do the critical path first.
If another path is more efficient, that's the critical path. That's kind of what it means. Apparently we're still sending resources, by the way, to the other base.
What kind of definition are you using?
What, of critical path? Like the way to achieve the best efficiency to get from the beginning of the goal to the end goal. And if there's another way of doing it that's better than the critical path, that is the critical path. Like right here, I know we can get a few more storage spaces around our core, but it ain't gonna make any difference.
Yeah, okay, but there's two ways of thinking about it. Like there's the path from like where the resources are extracted to where they need to go, the final product.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's the what your production line is now and what it should be in the end. And those are like two different kind of processes.
Yes, but the critical path is not a fixed thing. If right now we need more copper, it makes no sense to sort out our surge alloy elements. We need to fix more copper. Once the copper is fixed, perhaps then surge alloy is important. Our power is nearly out, Max. What the fuck?
Yeah, man. All that launching, man.
Well,
How long till daylight?
it's going up now.
What's going up?
The power. If you hover over a solar panel, it just tells you what its power generation is.
Oh, yes. We might just scrape through.
Yeah, I've just put a few more. Yeah, critical path analysis is a difficult process and one that I found that a lot of people are extremely bad at, and it's one I had to get good at doing Warcraft. Because people were like, "Oh, but the DPS died." I'm like, why the DPS died? Well, the tanks died. Why did the tanks die? Well, the healers got crowd controlled. Right. So why did the DPS die? Like, you've got to go to the beginning of the chain. There's your path. Fix the beginning bit. I mean, that's the example. Fixing the tank dying, well, it's not possible. But fixing the tank dying doesn't solve it because the healers are still down. But yeah, in theory, we could pneumatic drill into a disassembler. Oh, that needs scrap and slag. God.
Your mother's a what?
I didn't mention your mum. Hush. That needs slag. Slag needs melter. I don't think I have enough room to do even something slightly good here, but I'll try, because the thorium printers, thorium drills are pretty efficient. Not drills, thorium. So that should output a whole bunch of fun, and all I need to do is hook up around there, make a little bit of room, pop down a router and pop in an RTG. Actually, let's pop in a big router. I know they've got a name, I don't care. Pop in a big router, not there though. And that should hopefully give me a bit more. Are we sending to the right place? Let me just check. Yeah, 115.
Tell us before you launch. I'm just fucking around with something just to see what happens.
Well, no, you need to fuck around. You need to stop fucking around 2 minutes before we launch, because otherwise you'll launch with your fucked around numbers. So
okay.
Get it good. Yeah, space is the real frontier. I also wonder whether or not send ticks happen on exactly 2 minutes, because there's no way that they're all in sync. But I'm guessing they do, because we are waiting for resources from several levels all at once. Because I'm waiting for phase fabric so I can build some RTGs.
Right. I'm not doing anything with phase fabric here, but we are waiting for it, yes. But
Yeah.
it comes through and runs an overdrive projector. Overdrive
Oh
down,
yeah,
sorry.
well it does, but that's important to our speed.
Yes.
But yeah, that's all the scrap I've got. I might make a there we go, we've got some stuff.
I'm wondering if just leaving these unsorted is more efficient, because then you just get more of everything. Well, less of one specific thing, but you get more of an eclectic, more of a selection.
Yeah, but so we have.
It's no good if you're relying on one particular thing,
Okay,
but you are going to get a bit of everything.
So we have one dedicated line for everything apart from Blastanium,
Yep.
and we have assorted lines. So we are guaranteed 1,500, well, guaranteed 3,000 every 2 minutes for all of the sorted lines, plus whatever. So we've guaranteed it upwards, and then we've sprinkled on additional downwards. We have dedicated silicon, we have dedicated metaglass, dedicated thorium, titanium, copper, lead, plastanium. The only one we don't have is blastanium. We also do have dedicated phase with, but we aren't sending in enough resources. So at this point, we're not waiting. None of it said nothing is freezing. So our incoming capacity is not high enough.
Also, we are sorting out sand and coal into an incinerator, if it ever turns up.
Yeah, we shouldn't. Well, is apparently.
I'm tempted to just go, look, the problem seems stupid turning these drills off.
Nothing you do up there will affect our output one iota. There's nothing left to do. We need to get more in. Our core is slowly emptying. If you look at all the resources we have in the core. It's going down, not up. We've now, with our fixes of late, outstripped it. Okay, to 115, to 54. I hate this.
What the fuck's going on with those numbers? Did you see the numbers at the top there going? That was fuck yeah.
Ground zero. Point at 54 to 54. God, that's so awful, that dialogue. Oh my god. Right. Right, get some air defences up.
Yes, boss. Or just a projector will do. Why does it build guns that are disconnected before it builds the connection
There's
to
no
the gun?
intelligence, it just builds them ever order. But yeah, force projector, there you go, force projector up. Doesn't have enough power. Yeah, it doesn't have enough power though. There we go. Now we're not going to wipe anytime soon. Hopefully. Okay, now we have our stuff is building, slowly but surely. Well, that wasn't a way. That was just mobs lying around from our previous defeat.
Yeah. Those little sort of scraps locking around. Like, these scraps are bloody useless without knowing what on earth they were hooked up to.
That doesn't matter. Yeah, oh, right, yeah.
We went straight up, didn't we? That's where they spawn from, isn't it? Oh, no, it's a base level.
Yeah.
Incoming.
Yeah.
There aren't waves as such.
But there are waves as well.
Oh, right.
Yeah, top left waves.
Cores under attack yet again. Okay, I'm just going to duplicate that a whole bunch more times. Hope that does something. That's stupid.
Cores under attack. Well, shoot.
Well, they get shot. Build the infrastructure, not the bloody weapons. There you go, now build that.
Salvos, like, have we got incoming?
Right. Ground or air?
Ground, unfortunately,
Okay.
I didn't get this up in time.
We need lead for ground.
What?
The quickest thing to get is lead, isn't it? To defend ground?
Copper.
Copper, okay. I just want to shoot them now. How are they
There
getting
we go.
shields? Oh.
That will do for a moment.
Oh, lost us. Oh, come on, die already.
What?
Yeah,
Fine, we'll go to
it's put fences in two directions,
well,
like
yeah.
a V shape, I think.
Never mind, we'll go to a high difficulty level. We finish on a high. And point this one at that one. And go to that one. Oh, good. We lost it already. Yep, we lost it.
What lost what?
So it takes me about 10 seconds to go to a level because I have to go back. If I go back too quickly, we lose it. So we just lost that level we were launching to get.
We didn't even do anything.
Yeah, because we left. So it goes. It basically balances your defenses and what you've built versus what's going on. And it then goes, oh, they're losing. So your core gets damaged while you're away, basically. But we
Yeah.
did it so quickly, we got punched in the.
Knackers.
Right, we did have a coarse and irritating, and that doesn't have wrong level. We've got a level here somewhere with thorium and sand. I'm just looking at the resources. Planetary launch terminal. No, that's definitely not a sensible one. Ah, thorium and surge. No, thorium and surge is busy. This one is anything easy peasy to fix on this one. Don't think so. We're struggling on power, so that could actually be tricky all round.
Oh, someone's cocked here. There's a thorium line which appears to have. Maybe it's been fixed. Yeah, that line is purging.
I'm a bit worried about our power on this level, so I'm going to burn some RTG surplus. So this level is not vulnerable. We can't lose this level. We don't need to keep the glorious defences, so that's good. Oh, this power's at plus 3,000, so it's split somewhere. Okay, that seems to have fixed it. Yes, this was our first experiment into disassemblers as well,
Ooh.
which just means we get a whole bunch of stuff out. I don't think, again, there's no easy peasy big wins on this one, I wouldn't have thought, sadly.
I'm just trying to purge this line right this second.
Are you sure that it's a mistake?
Yes. Definitely a mistake. I'm just deleting the one piece line, putting it back in again. So I had to purge it. No, it was just carrying thorium onto a plastanium line, so it had to be a mistake. There is no. All of them is deleting one piece and recreating it. I fixed it. Yeah, that's good. Basically, it's carrying thorium from two drills onto the plastanium line, and then it's supposed to be going past the phase weavers, but I don't know what the bloody hell's going on there, because we're then ignoring the... Why would you not pass it past the phase weavers so they can actually make phase weave?
Hold on, let me just finish off this new disassembler.
Someone's being a clever dicky and fucked up, I think.
Where are you?
Ooh.
Oh god. Oh yeah, be very careful. This is House of Cards, this one.
Yeah.
Right, what were you looking at?
So these two phase weavers here aren't getting any thorium to make phase weave.
Okay, but nothing is
I
being...
can see there's phase weave. Well, thorium comes in over here. Yeah?
Yeah.
Comes up here, over here, around here, completely bypass the whole thing. They don't get any. There's a filter here which is taking some of the thorium from this lot and trying to chuck it past them. There's filters and everything here, but it's just throwing it straight into the plastanium line, which is like, well, what's the point of that? I would pass it straight through to them. So I would go bin that. That's pointless. Bin that.
Wait. You're...
Okay.
You,
At least anything that comes past them will actually get a chance of actually being used. So there's a piece onto that line. They still need more phase.
yeah, but very little, if any, thorium. Most of the thorium's coming down this line and goes into the plastinium... sorry, here, where I am. This is what I mean about House of Cards here. Most of the thorium's coming from a different direction. Just curious why the plastinium conveyor is... Oh, I think it's because it's running through... It's because it's running through an overdrive projector, and then it doesn't get overdriven all the way. Now it will.
Well, I'm tempted to take the thorium off at an earlier point and bring it across this lot.
This is also bollocks too. Well, so you've got these phase weavers,
Yeah,
which
with no
are...
thorium. Unless you take the thorium off deliberately.
There we go. They weren't working. The thorium just offloaded. The phase weave offloaded and blocked itself up. How
Oh,
can I use old buildings in campaign? I like them. I don't understand the question. This is an accusatory tone. How can you use these in this? I mean, we can get some more of the thorium out, but this thorium is not actually saturated by any means. They are...
There's actually a way of dealing with the thorium here as well, which is mad.
Yes, because... This
fault here, there's nothing on it. And
okay, this is because this is the area where we learned plastanium conveyors. That's literally what this is. This was our first ever plastanium system, and it's not necessarily brilliant, but we're not... Why is the face doesn't have enough thorium? So I can get more thorium out, by the way, by just popping in a router there and coming down like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't aware we were using oil buildings. And then these ones aren't getting enough lead. I don't see any lead for many miles. Yeah, so I think what's happened is we packed up the lead, so now we don't have any lead for these.
Yeah, we've left all the old lines in.
Well, what we can do, for example, though, is there's very little reason to actually send the phase weave down the line. Wait, before I say that, is that true? Do we grab phase weave off for an overdrive projector? No, we grab it out the
overdrive dome.
because we grab it out the core for an overdrive dome. So if I don't send enough phase weave back, that system will slow down. We're out of silicon now. How are we out of silicon? Oh, because someone set it to coal. No, wait, hold on. We need to send some coal back to base. Right, coal. Coal. There we go. Coal.
What does this do, where you've got the sort of 3 in, 3 out thing, but it's just basically trying to pass in whatever that wants into the alloy smelter. But it's not getting any resources we need to make alloy, so that's never going to... it's all backed up down
what's
here.
Happened,
Wow.
What's happened is we were sending it lead, and now we're not. But that's not that hard to fix. Assuming, is that an unsorted one? Yeah, here we go. So what we'll do is we will take a yeah, but I was going to sort it.
What?
No,
Okay.
because now you're just sending random crap. We only need lead. So if I pop a lead sorter on there, then I'll just send lead up, and everything else will just carry on out. No. Is that right? Lead? I'll just make some lead come through now.
So it still goes up that way.
Yeah, then it goes in, but that goes into the. Some of it will go through. It doesn't need to be all out. This was mostly other stuff, excitingness. I can't remember the names of them. But we are now sending coal into the core, so that's good.
Good lord, I looked away from your stream and now there's like a shitload of stuff on it.
I think we might have went to the eradication until Tag gets back. Like, we need at least a third pair of hands.
Yeah.
I mean, I was busy rebuilding one thing, Max rebuilding another one, and we didn't have time for defences.
I was putting defences down.
Yeah.
It's just they weren't good enough.
Wrong ones in the wrong place. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't play this game very much. I've been playing my own, and I'm just using that template for graphite and lead. Lead being the air defence and graphite being the ground defence, and that's worked so far. So I've then got to a difficult enough level.
Oh yeah, because we're at the point. Well, I mean, I did make a mistake on our first playthrough. I didn't make any meltdowns. I don't know why, but I didn't. Now, interestingly, we are actually maxed out on all of the resources on this level. Now, I made a statement earlier. We don't need the phase weave, and I believe that to be mostly true.
On this level.
We don't need to send phase weave from this side of the level to that side of the level.
Yeah.
Someone just said, how can you use old bins in campaign? I don't know if he was like, how can you use those? Or via what method have you managed this? Wait, that's... An invert... What is it set to? Alright, copper. Well, that'll be right. There we go. Phase weave. So I've just taken some phase weave off the lines because there's really no point in sending those to space. Sending back to the core. Yeah, so most of the phase weave is generated here, where I burn up a lot of the thorium and some of the sand.
God, it's really annoying that there's 3 sets of 2 things just to the left of you there. 2 of them have a gap in and 1 doesn't.
Fortunately, sometimes we are constrained by the level. Oh.
What you really want is a sorter that has not this one. You want an inverted inverted unloader, sorry.
Oh, yes. There's nothing like that, is there?
No, I don't think so.
Oh. Power. Shoot. And armor conveyor. Alright, that's good. That's more phase weave. And sand going into that one. Wow, that's a lot of sand going in there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Good lord.
There is oil here as well that we're not using.
Yeah. Max for plastanium.
I can't get past that.
You put it onto that line there for sorter back off again.
No, it's not that. I'm just out room.
Yeah, I know, you push it onto the line above and take it off for the sorter.
Oh god, or just go round. What's wrong with that? It's fine. It's neat. Look.
How?
What?
How?
Oh,
How?
I thought it was connected. Wasn't paying attention.
You can't, yeah.
We can do the hacksy things.
Oh, well, oh, yes, sorry.
Things I hate.
No. It's not a bridge conveyor you need, it's a
It's a
phase
phase.
conveyor.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, just at this. Oh, it's an overdrive dome. Oh, it's an overdrive dome being fed by a phase weaver.
Yeah.
And the phase weaver is offloading to stuff.
Yeah.
And then most of them. Oh, we're out of power. Down here.
Wow.
There we go. That helps. All right. Now all of our thorium mass drivers just woke up.
Still negative power where I'm standing. Oh man. Still negative power on that lot.
No, I think it's all negative power, in fact. I'm only seeing negatives. Yeah, all negative. Let me put another, what's it called, overflow build.
Alright, we've got copper here we would be mining, but we just switched it off.
Is Schalke, is your goal 10 views? I can guarantee you 10 views.
10 views?
Since when is your name Schalke? I don't think Schalke's name is Schalke.
Yeah.
I
don't have 10 views.
I guarantee you 10 views.
You want me to press the button?
I do, and I guarantee you 10 views, even if they're all me.
What are you watching, sorry?
It's so on the internet you can upload videos of like cats and stuff.
Nice.
I know, crazy, isn't it? Are we actually out of water? What is this water? It's a laser drill that does titanium that goes nowhere. Yeah, I don't know when the interplanetary accelerators will come in or exactly what they'll do, but yeah, right now they are not a thing. Phoenix, by the way, was the name of one of the characters from Gears of War, which is, I think, where your brain has gone with that. Marcus Phoenix. What I did love was, I know it is a word that has more meanings, but they already talked about the material everyone was fighting over in Gears of War was called emulsion. I'm like, what? Dulux? An emulsion is something that holds another material in a suspension, which is obviously what an emulsion is. But yeah, it was just amusing because I don't think they have Dulux emulsion paint in America when they were writing the script.
That's quite funny.
It is, isn't it? We'll put some more RTG generators down here because power.
If we have, we should have power now, do we not? Yeah, we're just 2,000.
Unless this is not
we should be at 0, 2,500.
How's that? Bit better, isn't it?
I'm
Bit better.
plus 2,500.
Actually incinerating some product here.
Wait, I literally just saw you. Where's it gone? Where did you post it? What channel?
Mine.
Your channel.
Mine?
Your channel?
Mine.
What do you mean your
Mine.
channel?
Mine.
What do you mean your channel?
What?
Where did you post that link?
On YouTube chat.
Ah, in Fortrecraft 2 channel. Right, thank you.
And Discord channel.
Back when Dora used to sleep at my desk. She doesn't do that anymore. She is eschewing it. Oh, fuck. I mean, my darling cat.
I think we can make more surge alloy down there, believe it or not.
Possibly. It's maybe not the best place. I didn't even mean to come here.
Resources, just need tidying up a bit.
I was looking for another level, and I just came across this one happens to have thorium. And so I was looking to see if it was the thorium level, but it's not.
We've also got some daft combustion generators, which are completely irrelevant now.
I will say, looking at that video, you have got an extra D in development there in the title.
Yes, David Lotman.
Yeah. Right, that's enough for me, thank you much.
Yes, I'm probably going to do an easy level, then I shall go to bed. High, medium, low. Low sounds good.
Right.
What's on the list for tomorrow? I've forgotten. Come back to the channel. What's Tuesdays?
Tuesdays.
We have
It
heist,
says
please.
GTA heist. Yeah.
We still haven't gone back to that heist. It beat us so badly. It wasn't even okay, we'll get some better guns. It was like, oh my god, do I need to sit here and study maps of the game or something? Like, absolutely bonkers. I'm sure we can do it, but it ain't going to be easy.
How many people do you need for that?
Well, you can do it with one.
Oh, true.
4 is the better answer. But it's one of the weird ones. With 4 players, that means 4 times as many chances to make a mistake rather than 4 times easier. So, not necessarily actually better with 4. Oh man, I really wish Mariox hadn't just arrived, said one thing in the chat, confused the hell out of me, and then left.
As you do.
As you do.
Honestly, I really don't like how long it takes to update the Twitch viewers list. Like sometimes you see like a new viewer, you're like, oh hey, oh wait, they've already left.
Yeah, I miss having it because I don't get it because I use Restream to merge together all my. Oh shoot! Balls that up. Really quite spectacularly badly. I should meant to put that in the back.
Yeah, because you're streaming to YouTube and Twitch, aren't you?
I am, because Twitch has not done me proud over the years, whereas YouTube's been good as gold. See you tomorrow, more bets.
Yeah, see you later. Bye.
Bye, bye. There we go. And we won't be doing the other drugs. I don't have any plastanium. Well, that should mean I'm now building turrets much faster. Build some batteries too.
I think I remember the other night you mentioned you went on podcasts sometimes.
Yeah, when I'm asked.
Okay.
What do you think? I just barge my way on. Going, don't you know who I am?
I'm the juggernaut. No, what I was going to say is, have you ever tried hosting your own?
What do you think we do literally every night?
I mean, it's not.
How is it not a podcast?
I guess that's true. I mean, it's more of an informal gaming session than a podcast, but
Well, what's the difference?
I suppose.
That's not answering the question.
I guess a podcast is not traditionally more focused on the conversation than the game.
Well, we're here to converse. Say something interesting, and then we can call it a podcast.
I got nothing.
No. Well then, welcome to my game stream. No, it's essentially a podcast. I mean,
That's kind of what streaming is, isn't it?
It's weird because podcast comes from iPod. Because that's where podcasts came from. Like it's. I was just like, where the hell's the the etymology of that one? And it's iPodcast, I guess, initially.
Yeah, I guess like traditionally podcasts are either pre-recorded or like they're like way more scheduled than like random gaming, I suppose.
Well, yeah, yes and no. I mean, like something like Adam Savage has tested that. They just essentially stream it and then they get rid of the video and stick it up on the YouTube sites, and it's just them talking.
Yeah.
That's true.
And when DJ talks alone, that also produces content, but it's varied into all kinds of stuff. But I like some of the bits, like my draw distance brings all the boys to the yard.
Damn right, my draw distance brings all the boy to yard.
Yeah, I guess it's.
And they're like, I can see far.
I mean, you're not wrong that like technically a gaming session where you just talk over it is in a way a podcast. It's just not. I guess it's just not in the traditional sense. Is
Oh
it?
no, non-traditional podcast. Define podcast.
It starts to be a YouTube genre.
I mean, it's
A
not
lot of political things that like play games in the foreground, but then the main thing is about the politics being discussed.
Yeah, interestingly, a podcast is defined as as an audio only file.
Oh really?
Yeah. So I mean, if you there is a button on YouTube to just watch, and I think in Twitch you can listen to the audio only. So if you are if you're watching me, it's not a podcast. If you close your eyes, it is.
Or if you're blind, it's a podcast.
Yes. Please do not blind yourself to turn this into a podcast. Okay, it's not worth it.
And they do D&D streams, but then they also provide them in podcast format, where all the play is in audio too, so it's very digestible as just listening to it.
Yeah, but then you'd have to do the radio play thing, going, "Oh, I've rolled a 3 and a 6." Otherwise,
Yes, you could.
otherwise you can't see what's happened.
But you could also question whether you have to see all the rolls.
Yeah, but I
The
mean,
success
you
or a
can't-
failure could
But
be inferred.
if you've got a camera and they'll go and then you see it, but otherwise on the podcast they're going to go, "No, I can't believe that happened. Oh my god, can you ever seen such a thing?" You'd be like, what happened? Anyway, so you'll need to do that. You're like, what happened? Tell me what happened.
I guess you could address it by wording things carefully or being mindful of saying stuff aloud.
Yeah, I mean, if you watch a podcast, if you watch a radio play, that's what they do. It's very literally that is what they do to make sure that you are listening to it. Instead of showing it, they go, "Oh, a sign just lit up saying, 'Do not press this sign again. Do not press this button again.'" Sorry. Bugger, I may have balls this up. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
I need
$1.
graphite press. I need lead.
Talkie Bits for on February that happened has 16 views. So it's not far off from that.
Sorry, what has 16 views?
Not the most recent one, but the one before that.
Most recent one of what? Sorry, I didn't get
What I had got of these development streams.
Yeah, I mean, to a great degree, a lot of this is just about me telling people it exists more than anything else. Fuck.
Yeah.
Always good to share.
And with the internet being full of things, it can get lost in all of the information flow.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, well, that's fundamentally our problem and everybody else's problem. Because I have people going, "Oh, well, you must be doing really well in lockdown. Everyone's buying games." I'm like, yeah, and every game developer out there knows it.
Yeah, that's true.
I have to get lead in, not balls it up. I'm just trying to re-bootstrap my base here.
Turns out when more people are buying games, it just means more people are buying the most popular games.
No, I mean games overall are up, but all games are up, flat across the board, rather than I've cashed in or anything like that. Sadly.
Wah. Damn, should have spent 2020 making a battle royale.
Well, apparently that didn't work for Borderlands, so
Hey.
I think the answer is most pretty good. So yeah, but people like to complain.
They do.
Right, can I now upgrade these to better drills? No, because I need graphite. Can I make graphite? Yes, I can.
Gasp.
Lead is arriving so slowly. Well, I mean, I have made some meme games before that have made money, but I've got a plan. I'm trying to stick to my plan. Okay, graphite should now be going back.
The issue with making a meme game is like you had to have really good timing and everything has to go
Well, I've made a
right.
few, and then you get people going, "Oh, it's an asset flip." I'm like, "What do you think I did? Do you think I just suddenly spunked out $500,000 to get all the out for this game made in a week? Seriously." Wait. Among Us dead?
It's not even dead though. It's all had tons of players, isn't it?
Yeah, that's utter shit. Cork, anyway, it's what, like, sure, it's dead compared to its peak. It had 500,000 people at peak. You're right. It's relatively dead, relatively speaking, because it was one of the most played games. It's only the 15th most played game in the whole fucking world. Whoever said that punched him in the dick.
It still has 50,000 plus players playing right now.
It's slightly behind Apex Legends and it's above Destiny 2. Whoever said it, just tell them to shut the fuck up. They know what they're talking about. Literally, use that.
It's a pretty small indie team that made that as well, isn't
Yeah,
it?
they just got very big with the streamers. I think Path of Exile's had something happen recently. It's got a big boost.
Yeah, it had
Cyberpunk. Oh my lord.
Yeah, Path of Exile had a major update a few weeks back, I think.
Holy. Yeah, no, but Cyberpunk's just gone. It's a single player game though, so.
I'm surprised Civ 6 is that high. I've not heard that much about Civ 6, to be honest. I didn't know many people have actually played it. That's confirmation bias, though, I guess.
Yeah, that's why I use Steam charts and things like that. You know, they're very impartial. They don't care what you think.
I'm always amazed by how far up Football Manager always is. So it's always in the same place.
Yes.
It's always in like 10th. They're very consistent, I'll give them that.
No, I mean, Cyberpunk's a single player game, so it's a 10-hour story game. So I'm like, nah, not really interested.
It's also very different to say that the game is dead in that it's not the coolest thing around, and saying that the game is dead in that it's not playable because you can't find players or some such.
Yeah, because we've had a few of those, and those are dead.
Yeah, I was talking about, was it Lawbreakers the other night? That's a very extreme example of that.
Well, we played a game, and what was it we played? We played a game, and it was a turn-based vehicle combat racing game, and we were like, this is pretty cool. But then we had to queue up, and then it turned out our stream was the majority of the people playing the game.
Amazing. Yeah, and MMO being dead's a thing, because those games are kind of reliant on having players to a degree.
Yes.
Although I guess you could argue something like RuneScape, where you don't really interact that much with other players, is arguably playable single player.
For some definition of playable.
Well,
I mean,
you could play
yeah.
Warcraft most of the way through single player. I mean, you'd be stuck on some of the dungeon content, but
I mean, to be fair, like a large portion of people that play stuff like RuneScape play it in like Iron Man mode, so you don't actually trade with other players. So you basically just don't even interact with them. They're just there for the community.
Why is it called Iron Man?
I don't know. It's like, they've got like 2 or 3 modes. There's Iron Man, which is no trading. There's Ultimate Iron Man, which is no trading. And what's the other restriction? It's like you can't buy from NPC shops or something.
All right.
And
It's
then
a
there's
traditional
like
Iron Man that you can't die.
I know that is hardcore. I think.
Yeah, hardcore because I can't die. Some people call it Iron Man. Didn't Fortress have an Iron Man mode?
RuneScape has like the most bonkers one, which is like Ultimate Hardcore Iron Man, which is you can't trade with NPCs, you can't trade with players, and if you die, your account gets deleted.
Wow.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, Iron Man in Fortress Craft. In Iron Man, you lose your entire inventory on death. And there's
Yeah.
Squishcore, which is what other people might call hardcore.
I kind of like the naming convention I think Terraria had for that, which was like hardcore and softcore.
No.
No?
Terraria. Oh well, that one. Yeah, Terraria can get fucked with its other naming convention because hard mode is something that happens partway through the game.
Oh no, not that. I'm talking
And
about the difficulty when you
expert
start
mode
the
is playing
hardcore,
the game on a
softcore.
harder difficulty. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I was talking about the how much what you drop in Terraria when you die thing. The softcore, hardcore. I don't remember what's the third one called, but it was like if you drop coins when you die, or if you drop your items when you die. Kind of
Playing Terraria with permadeath is ridiculous because you can die in that game through no fault.
Yeah.
You just bounce around dead. And you're like,
Or like you fall off a cliff by accident. You're like, oh, I have a lucky horseshoe.
No, that's your fault. But you can get bounced between mobs in a way that you cannot get out of. That's not your fault. That's crap.
But if it can be your fault if you end in that situation, then it could be argued that it's fair.
No, you can get into situations that are not your fault that you died from in Terraria. It's famed for it. It seems a bit.
That doesn't mean that any game that you can soft lock in is unfair.
No, but I mean, I wouldn't ever consider playing on permadeath mode in that game for the simple reason that you can die through no fault of your own.
If you are playing the game in a funny way, then what is a relevant game mechanic can like change.
Yeah, but just try and play the game through normally. They've implemented a game mode where there's a particular reward for it other than EP, but you can then fail and there's nothing you could have done. There's literally nothing. You will get stuck on a mob will touch you, you'll bounce around on the mob, and you go from full health to dead. Nothing.
Oh right, have you tried journey mode?
No, we didn't. That was where it
It's
just kind of
interesting.
randomizes shit. We went,
No,
what?
I don't think so.
And you can just spawn stuff and stuff's random, and then I just kind of went, I can't be bothered to even learn this. It just sounds too complicated.
Yeah, it was initially, I think, but the gist is like, if you consume X amount of an item, depending on how rare the item is, it varies the amount you
You
need.
could build unlimited of that item. Yeah. Meh. No, we didn't.
Because it's one way for big servers to like try doing like master mode or whatever, because then you can like get like infinite like Hermes boots or whatever, because you won't otherwise you'd have to farm out the worlds for them.
Yes.
Which is a pain in the ass, because like it's always the worst when you have like all of the upgrades for the boots except the last tier, and then like one person gets it. You're like, oh. Yeah, definitely curious to see what the next game fad will be, I guess, after Battle Royales.
I thought Auto Chess was the Battle Royale.
I think Auto Chess is kind of in the same genre, more or less. It's like a free-for-all kind of thing.
Is it a shoot 'em up?
No.
Then it's not in the same royale as Battle Royale.
I suppose. I mean, they came around about the same time, but
Yeah.
in terms of like when they were
No,
released.
Battle Royale. Bloody hell.
Or at least like this wave of them, I guess, then.
Yeah.
If you want to call it that. Because, yeah, I know they've been around for a while.
Well, they'll be around till they stop making money.
This is true.
Should remember the best way to easily beat a level on this game is just to build meltdowns right out there. But yeah, I'm disappointed I couldn't buy an Xbox Series X. I was hoping all the pre-Christmas shenanigans was over. Apparently not.
Oh, are they out of stock?
Yeah, everywhere. Like Microsoft's out of stock of them. It's like,
Okay. Scalpers? Or just...
no, I can't even buy one at scalper prices at the moment.
Oof.
Say that. Let me just check again.
Everybody's stuck at home, I guess. Best time for them, isn't it?
Oh no, I can get one for. Yeah, 5% off. Yeah, I completely believe you that you've got them in stock.
Wait, what?
Someone's got 5% off their Xbox price. Yeah, I'm sure that's definitely not a scam. Yeah, we've got a whole bunch of bundles on the 15th. 23rd should be the next one. And then another one at the 31st of January. But yeah, basically I just got so hacked off with the frame rate on consoles. I'm like, fuck it then. I will
Buy the new one.
I will buy that one rather than wait for developers to get more competent. So yeah, when you go back to play Crazy Plumber, you'll notice the game auto balances the detail for your. Oh shit, they've got past. Oh fuck.
They got what?
Sorry, I've just been attacked. They've actually got past my defences.
Oh, I see. I just got up on the stream.
No, build that. What's saying?
The plumbing
Yeah.
game?
So yeah, it will automatically balance your dynamic scaler GPU resolution
Your
to
specs.
keep the frame rate up. So mine gets about 130% on my G2. Your one will probably get. Like, how did they get past? More batteries. But it boggles my mind that the games don't do this. That don't dynamically balance the resolution rather than it goes, oh, it's just framing out for a bit. Just do it during busy bits when there's lots of explosions and you can't tell. Don't do it all the time because then you tell.
Yeah.
Are they going around? How? Like, and why?
AI is a genius, apparently.
Well, no, I'm a bit confused. Oh, it shot something up which we repaired. Okay, there we go. Right, that should sort it out. But only if you guys build it. Thank you. Wow, and then the gun fired and missed. In your face.
Pew pew.
Meltdowns are amazing. Fine, you can come this way. That's because I blocked it up there. It's my own fault. I have no one to blame but myself. Is there a way I can fix it? Yeah, I'll extract all the way along there. Get rid of those solar panels. Run that straight back. Might fix it. And delete all those. No, fucks. Because that's there. Up there and down. Now they won't. No, not a ripple. Not that. Build quickly. Bye. And last wave. Which way are they going? That way. Yeah, we'll probably come back to this for the harder levels when Tad is around again, because that was so hard. Oh, interestingly, this is a big level, and it's safe, and it has all the things on it that we needed. Well, apparently it's got thorium on it. Don't see any. Oh, no, it doesn't. I was looking at thorium and surge. Right, I don't have resources. I'm going to go to bed then, because otherwise I'll end up playing this all night long. So, cheers everyone for coming along. Probably GTA tomorrow, though we are on the lookout for something new. I would like to look. I'd like to play Fortnite, by the way, because I said I'm literally won 100% of my Fortnite matches. Waiting for a patch on the Raft. We haven't gone back to Elite. We didn't get very far on Deep Rock Galactic. Yeah, lots and lots of games out there, and obviously the EA Pass thing comes at some point. When the fuck it's coming? So we'll have that to look forward to as well. And
All the options.
yes.
Catch you later.
Nighty night, everyone.